Hey, welcome to New Burgers. It's fucking Friday. We're live with Craig and Silent J. Here we are, boys and girls. This is one of the last of the Amber Ale. Ain't she pretty? How you like the new sportswear I got going on here? Nice, pretty new glass. This is my next Kolsch glass. I got two of them now. I got two of these and two of them. See that? Got a little flair. You gotta love the dollar store when it comes to beer glasses. You just do. There you go. That Amber Ale's looking sweet. Silent J's over here. He is Adams, and it's true. It's true. I mean, look at the comparison in the color we got going on here. Amber Ale, and this is truly a Sam Adams. He just poured this. Ain't that right? He said, yeah. Sam Adams, New Burgers Amber Ale. That's scary, isn't it? Yeah. So how's everybody? How's everybody? I took off work today. Decided I was going to do a little plumbing. I got a antique kind of faucet thing going on in my bathroom. So I took out the cartridges, the old timey cartridges. Took them out, put new washers on them. Leaky leaks are all fixed. Okay. Turn the water back on. Turn the tub on. That's fine because you got to set down the bottom. You got to set up the top. I'm talking some antique shit, right? So turn the shower on. I said, yeah, everything's fine. No leaks in the faucets no more. I'm like, yeah. Tell the old lady, shit, baby, because truthfully, I'm not much of a plumber. So I go back around into the closet because that's where all the turnoffs and stuff like that are. And it's wet in the closet. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? All right, so fine. I go back into the other room. I turn the shower on. Go back in there. Now, I got old galvanized running up from the brass diverter going up for the shower where it screws in. That old galvanized cracked right at the threads. Shit, every fucking where you talk about mad. Now I got to try to get that shit out of the brass diverter without busting it all up. Can't take a shower now. I got to take a bath. But that's okay. I don't mind that. As long as you can wash your ass, it's all good, right? Right. So anyway, enough of that bullshit. Cheers. Get it in ya. We got so much shit to fix around here, don't we, Jay?
We do.
Roof. Got to fix his roof. Got to fix my father-in-law's garage roof. That's got a leak in it. I got 3 more windows to put in my house. Got to gut the living room. Got to gut the bedroom. Got to fix his daughter's room. Got to fix his kitchen. Oh, in the living room.
The washroom.
His washroom. Hey, we say, Mike, get it in you, brother. Happy fucking Friday. We got a big 5 people going. Hey, that's why we're all looking like. That's why I'm looking like a bum today. Jay's still in his work clothes. I'm still in my work clothes. Fuck it. So we're finally relaxing a little bit. Hello to everybody out there. I'm glad you guys could make it this evening. I hope your Friday was better than mine. Because, you think you got everything fixed. As soon as you got it fixed, it ain't fixed. It's fucked.
Pretty much. Today was a fucking Friday.
Hey, Tom, what's going on, baby? Man, it's like you guys are becoming regulars, right? I'm going to have to start charging admission. Oh my goodness. What a fucking day. We got new packages. Jay got 3 new brews in the mail today. I got the added grains that I need for the Kolsch because I'm going to add more grains to it that way. You know what I mean? I got 2 batches instead of 1 fucked up batch. I have 2 batches that evens out the Carapils and the Crystal 10. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it'll be all right. We just mix it up real good. I got real big 55-pound Weyermann bags. I'm going to throw the 22 pounds worth of grain together, mix it all up in my big 55-pound bag, and, scoop it out for a 5 gallon batch. Hope everything's nice and even. You know what I mean? And just add the hops the way I normally would. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you do. It's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. My Colts won't be assed up. They won't have a pound of Carapils or a pound of Crystal 10 in it. That burns my ass. Just,
Did it.
I know, right? I did. I was a stupid motherfucker. I just was.
Oh,
Cheers, fellas. Cheers.
lesson learned, right?
Like that new glassware. That's pretty sweet, ain't it?
Pretty
Yeah,
beautiful.
pretty sweet. Yeah.
If you could drink a strawberry daiquiri out of it or something.
What, that?
Yeah.
That's a nice looking Pilsner glass right there, man. Tell him he don't know.
That's your strawberry daiquiri glass.
Nah, man, that's a good glass right there. You can't beat the dollar store, fellas. You just can't. Let's show you what Jay got. Got the El Dorado recipe, the Pale Dorado recipe. We got lemon drop blonde right here from our boys at Texas Brewing. Got the grains for that. Can you see that? Lemon drop blonde. Yeah. And then we got, which Jay's real curious to see how this is going to work out. We're doing the coffee pale with this one, right?
No.
No, this is, oh, okay, I got it. Then we got this right here. Galaxy Pale Ale. We're going to try this out. And you can see it right there. We're getting all our grains from Texas Brewing. That's where I get most of my bulk grains from there. And, because you can't beat the prices in Eric's malt. They're pretty good, man. They got a good conversion thing, man. I mean, really. I mean, what was that diastatic power, whatever the fuck it is? It's pretty good. But I order my Weyermann and all that, unless I'm in a pinch and I'll go local. But that shit costs more. You can get it a whole hell of a lot cheaper from having it shipped to you. And if I really want it within a day or two, I'll get it for more beer up in PA, ship it right down to Maryland within 2 days, I think it is. It's the best time they've done. But they're a little bit more expensive than Texas Brewing. It's cheaper to get it from Texas than it is up at More Beer. I don't know why that is. It just is. Texas Brewing, their hops are really fresh, but I also got label peelers. They got good deals on hops too. You can find them online, and Yakima Valley Hops. I go to their site. Oh, I know, right? God bless Texas. So I got 2 Colts to brew up, and three recipes that Jay purchased that we got to brew up. So we're gonna be pretty busy, man. Pretty freaking busy.
Here we are.
The only one that we don't have, the only recipe we don't have yet is the alt beer. But you know that can be later on. You know what I mean, later in the summer or whatever. Man, we got 6 fucking brews to do. Oh yeah. I would like to squeeze one in Sunday because we're going to PA tomorrow to watch the granddaughter dance and all that. And I figure when we come back, I got all the water right there. Just swab out the kettle bowl. We'll swab that out and sanitize that. Get the water in there and all that. Hook up the hoses, and then Sunday morning we'll come out here and do a brew, do a Kolsch. That's what I'm thinking right now. So that means we're not going to be on here very long tonight, right? Us, yeah. Yeah. What time you say you're going to leave tomorrow? You got to be there. He's probably going to leave at 11, so that means he's going to be up at least by 8 or 9 because he's got to run out and get the little girl. Got to get him a coffee because he won't wait for me to brew a pot of coffee. I'll be up.
Oh shit.
Huh?
Oh shit! I got 4 pounds of unfresh or unground.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's right. He got a delivery of Black Rifle coffee. He got 4 pouches that he's going to check out because we're doing the coffee. We're going to do a coffee pale ale, of course. So, about 3 little sachets. 4 of some Black Rifle coffee, and we're gonna grind them up. You want to make a pot of coffee of that tomorrow, right? Yes, sir. So we're going to get up early, and we're going to get wired. Which one you want to try first? What four you got?
Let me see.
Come on, man. Look, you just got it. You should know what the hell you got.
I remember some of them, not all of them.
Yeah, man. Black Rifle's got some good coffee going on, man. They really do.
Oh, right.
We overdid it in the last coffee stout, though. We left that 3 ounces of beans in there for 4 days, and then took that drink. And it was like, ooh, yeah. And then all of a sudden, bam! Coffee just punched you right in the neck. Ugh. Just a little too much.
I got the complete mission fuel kit.
He got the complete mission fuel kit.
We have,
What we have?
let's see, Silencer Smooth, which is the lightest version.
Silencer Smooth. That's got the Beat of Breakfast edition. He said that's the smoothest one.
Just Black is the medium.
Jet Black, medium.
Just
What?
Black.
What is it?
Just Black.
Just Black. Black.
Let's see, AK-47 is the medium dark espresso,
AK-47. That's the medium roast.
but it's a dark espresso one too.
A dark espresso blend.
And then Beyond Black, which is the dark burst.
And a dark roast beyond black.
And next,
What's up next?
Calf.
Calf.
Yeah,
What's that about?
I don't know. So it contains twice as much caffeine as the average cup of coffee.
Twice as much caffeine as the average cup of coffee. Now, if it's anything like that Sumatra coffee, hey, Australia, what's up? What's that? Aaron, glad you could make it, man. Got Australia in the house.
For the calf coffee, they actually put a disclaimer on there.
There's a disclaimer on the last one. Calf coffee.
It says caffeine overdose.
Caffeine overdose.
Fast
See,
rack, RGC, revived diarrhea, and derotation.
what's that other one that's from Africa, man?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of it.
Neither can I.
Is that the one the monkey shit out and it
Oh
goes
no,
to
no, I would never. Anybody who drinks that coffee that the monkeys eat the beans and they shit them out, and then you drink the coffee, you're kind of fucked up. No, really. If it's shooting out a monkey's ass, I'm not drinking it. I'm sorry, that just can't happen. No way. Shoot me. Monkey ass coffee.
You may have already drank it. You don't know yet.
I'm trying to think of that African coffee that I drank before, man. It was pretty good, man. But that Sumatra coffee is good as shit, man. That make your hair stand up. It's like blam. Oh, there's probably only one more of these ambers left in the keg, and I could not start fucking Friday drinking a store-bought beer. I just could not do it. You gotta have a home brew. You just do. You do. You gotta get it in you. But I'm not too proud to drink a Sam Adams. I mean, it's not bad. It's better than a Yingling.
Does it begin with a what?
Yeah.
Alamo?
What is it?
Sadamo.
Sadamo? No, that's not it.
And then you got
Congo coffee or whatever the fuck it is. What is it? Kona coffee's good too, man. That Hawaiian coffee, that ain't bad. Yeah, we're some coffee drinking mofos.
damn, I can't find it.
Jay will put coffee in every beer that we make if he could. He really would. If we can't have a stout, we got to have a coffee pale.
That's so you can get drunk and be awake at the same time.
Yeah, we're gonna be wide awake drunk. How about that? Yes, sir. Smoke them if you got them. Drink them because you need them. You know what? Looking at this amber ale now, and your Sam Adams, it doesn't. That one looks lighter. Your Sam Adams look lighter than this. This is a nice amber hue. Look at it. Come right back. I'm telling you, the shake method, the forced carbonation method that I use, perfect on this. I think this was 4 minutes through the dip tube at 30 psi, maybe a little bit more than that. Does this look? That looks lighter. It does look lighter. You're right, it does. Looks lighter. Yeah, mine's darker. This is lighter. Sam Craig. There you go. Yeah, hey, the Sam Adams glasses are really nice, by the way. I highly recommend them. They bring out aroma and all that kind of stuff. Oh, it is, Mitch. It definitely is. I mean, really, if we would have been able to brew tomorrow or last weekend, we would have brewed last weekend. But we gotta run all over the place for my granddaughter's dance competitions on Saturday, because me and the wife, we never miss one, and of course, Daddy's not going to miss one. So we had this is two brew weekends, and the amber's getting ready to kick, and the only thing that's left is a full keg of coconut pineapple. We're not doing that. No, we drink beer flavored beer. I mean, it's not bad. Jay don't care for it because of the coconut. But I'm one right now, so that's good. It's not going to waste. But in a pinch, and he rode up. But not Jay.
Which
You're
Mason
not,
said what's up?
who?
Which Mason?
I know. I saw him, man.
I must be behind.
You must be a little bit behind.
I was too busy fucking reading coughing.
Yeah, Jay's finally reading the bubbles. Family comes first, always. Always. If not, my wife would just, she would take the sledgehammer and beat this brew house down. So, don't think she wouldn't. She would. She has threatened me before. And she meant that shit. So, yeah. Family for. What?
Huh?
All right. Damn. I'm liking these glasses. They're nice and heavy too. They ain't all
Don't need to get
and again, would it say mine too? Anybody that says they ain't afraid of their wife is stupid, because you know what? She can kill you for. That's right. There's been many a times, I'm sure, that my wife has laid next to me and went, I should just punch him right in the face. I could kill him. I'll smother that motherfucker. I know it. I already know.
scared of her.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm scared of my lady. I lay next to a woman who's perfectly capable of killing me while I sleep. She watches forensic files and murder mysteries and all that shit.
Everybody gets caught though.
Yeah, everybody gets caught, but you know what? She'd probably get out of it. She'd just say something like I drove her crazy, or was it that heat of passion thing? He said the wife's been trying to kill him with her cooking for 15 years. Then my wife cooks really well.
That's a good one.
My wife cooks really well. I used to be a svelte 186 pounds. I'm about 225, 230 pounds now. And it's only been 13 years. Wow. I like to eat. She likes to cook a lot. She doesn't cook little, does she, Jay?
No.
She cooks a lot. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Plus you get like 3 people portions.
I know, right? It's like, here, fop, fop. We take her father over food every night, and he gets tree sheets. Says he's got the same problem. I love it, man. I mean, look, good food, good drink. Is there any other way to live? Really? Seriously, might have to turn the damn heat up in here, won't we? You cold?
Nah, I'm good.
No, I'm just wondering. You got to move that glass so I can see if I can squeeze one more out of that keg.
Sure, man.
We all do, brother. Oh my goodness. You know what I noticed, Jake? We got the same crowd every Friday. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Must be why you're skinny. That's the one his wife's trying to kill him. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. I got to get a beverage. Let's see if I can squeeze another one out of there. See if we can get the live kick. on the air.
Well, doesn't have to see that.
All right, you guys might get to see this. See it kick. See the keg kick live on the air.
I think it's going
It might. If I
to.
get one more out of this, I know I won't get another. 'Cause that keg's light. Oh, we're pushing it, baby. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is here, look at that while I put this back.
Keep it stiffy.
Yeah, a little bit. A beer stiffy. Oh. And I'm here to tell you, I don't leave my gas hooked up to my kegerator while it's not in use. I unhook it each and every time. This is an amber ale. Jay's drinking Sam Adams right now. I'm getting the last of the amber ale out of the keg, so I might have maybe a half or one more in there. But this is almost gone. We kegged this, Christ, February, February 14th. Yeah, February 14th we kegged this. I know the beers are starting to last. If we brew on Saturday, we might have one or two on Saturday, but that's about it because his wife, my wife, and besides that, we got shit to do around here. We can't be like jinking all weekend long, and we're lucky, huh?
Who?
Who? What?
Who?
What? Shut up! Fuck is wrong with you?
Don't put me in that mess.
These fucking videos are fucking public, man.
Don't put me in that.
Oh, I can't wait to brew the Kolsch. Hopefully we get a brew day in tomorrow.
No, Sunday.
Sunday. I can't. Have we ever? I don't know if I've ever brewed a beer on a Sunday.
It's usually Saturday.
Yeah, it's usually on Saturdays we brew. We're going to turn into like the Brits. The Brits brew on Sunday, man, like the day of rest, the day of brew. There you go. Oh my goodness. This is a 6.9% beer too. Sabbath Ale. That's it. If Jesus drank beer, he would brew on Sunday. Yes, he would. And if he was a carpenter, he drank beer. I'm a carpenter. I gotta drink beer.
I thought there was no religion in politics.
I'm not talking religion. I'm a carpenter. A carpenter's not a religion. That's right. No religion or politics on fucking Fridays. We're just talking about carpenters. I didn't say nothing about religion. Hey Zeus, that's it. Hey Zeus. But hey, most Mexicans are carpenters, ain't they? Yeah, I guess.
They spell that like Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus, Jesus, it's the same thing. Oh, shout out to Neil Tunnel. He brewed up the KV3 and he said he rather enjoyed it. But he didn't use spalt hops like I did, but he said it still turned out great. Yeah, Haze Zeus. Yeah, it's a play on words. Everything's a play on words. Definitely. Oh my.
Yeah.
Going to have to up our game. We got to get another something that resembles the mashing bowl. We're looking at the Digi Bowl, and with the work like the mashing bowl, or like I got the mashing bowl working. With the false bottle. Gotta go. We'll check back in later. Have a good one. All right, Aaron. Glad you stopped by, man. Have a great weekend if I don't see you again. Yeah, this is the virtual pub on the internet, man. You know what I mean? Where you can hang out. You guys know that. This is how we roll. Well, you got a little setup over there?
Where?
if it was turned just a little bit more. He's reading the bubbles because mine don't stay up. Cheers, brother. Get it in you.
Plus my phone about to die, so we're really fucked.
Well, I got, I think I'm right around 75, 80, 85. So if I got to unplug so you can plug in, that's what you'll have to do. I don't know if my cord will reach all the way over there. Well, you got that big 10-foot motherfucker. Where's yours at?
At my house.
That's your house. Ain't doing you a fucking bit of good over there, is it?
No, it's not.
And surprised he ain't on. I don't know. I did finally drill a hole. I had to drill the hole out bigger for my stainless steel fermenter, the Mangrove Jack. I finally took that spigot off of it that comes with it, that plastic Jimmy. Looks like it comes with a coffee urn. And I put a stainless steel ball valve on there. I had to actually drill the hole out a little more, got it cleaned up, and I got an SS ball valve on it. You know what I mean? Nipple, all that bullshit. Got that taken care of. That's ready for the next brew. I could pull it off of there, but I don't feel like it. I'll show it to you later. Maybe. Everything's all ready to be hooked up for Sunday. But I usually give the mashing bowl a rinse out and I sanitize it and wipe it down. Same thing with everything else. But the hoses are all clean. I'll give them a squirt. Ready to brew up Sunday. How's the Sam Adams taste? Is it all right? It's all right? Yeah. See, Sam Adams is a session beer. What's that, 5.5? Something. Look on the bottle, nigga. 6.9. I think it's 5. It's 5%. So that's a nice session beer. What we drank 12 of them last weekend, or was it last Sunday?
Last Sunday.
Yeah, he drank 6. I drank 6. I didn't feel nothing. It's like drinking water. It's good beer though.
It'll do better than nothing, right?
Well,
Especially at work on Monday, so.
yeah, right. I think this is a 16-ounce glass. I'm not sure. I'm going to find out when I dump a Sam Adams in it. I'll let Jay take a drink of this, and then when he takes a drink of the Sam Adams, it'll taste like water. Bless you. Brewing next. I'm brewing a Kolsch. I'm going to do the KV3. I really wanted to do it last weekend, but we never got around to it. And I needed the grains to go with it because I told this story last weekend when I ordered the grains. I ordered 11 pounds of Weyermann Pilsner, and I figured that I would just get a pound of Carapils to keep on the side. I would just measure out 8 ounces that I needed and have enough left for the next brew. And then I got a pound of Crystal 10, and all I needed was 6 ounces of that. And I would save the rest for the next brew. Well, they stuck it all because I marked it down all in the same olive on the paper, and they mixed it all in one bag. So I had to order another 10 pound of Pilsner malt. And now I got to mix them two together and hope everything evens up. And there, when I mix it up, it'll work out. We'll find out. I'll bottle one, and then I'll bottle one off the next batch, and we'll taste test them and see what happens. But I'll be able to tell, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. So my Kolsch ain't going to be assed up because my KV3, I'm not willing to just, oh, fuck it. There's a pound of Carapils and a pound of Crystal 10 in it. Fuck it. We'll just brew it. Yeah, that's what I say. Don't worry, have a home brew. Relax, don't worry, have a home brew. That's what that all the letters mean. Yeah, it'll work out. But yes, I haven't had a Kolsch since last summer. It's been on the dark side since late September, October. We've been brewing nothing but stouts and porters. And January, right? Yeah, at the end of January, we brewed our last coffee stout. They were all good. All good. I bought each one of the dark beers that we brewed. Well, not each one of them, but December and January, them couple months, we pulled 2 bottles out of each batch, and I got them bottle conditioning in the house, just to see if I want to see how much of a difference there is bottle conditioning as opposed to forced carbonating. So we're gonna let them age, and hopefully we can let them go all the way until November, December, and then we're gonna whip them out. Order, and we have a brown ale too.
Alright, so you got
Yeah, I don't have the one. Uh,
sure.
ne-
Good though.
oh man, it was 8%. It was good. It didn't matter how much coffee it had in it. It was good. I mean, we killed that keg rather quickly. By the middle of February. Forced carboning, usually you try to what?
Clear up kegs. Father Time mellows out alcohol burn.
Well, you know, Jay will tell you we don't have that. We don't have that alcohol burn. You know what I mean? Where it tastes like, you know what I mean, ethyl alcohol or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's not that. It doesn't have that taste. I guess the way we arrange malts and all that stuff like that, it hides all that.
Yeah, I never just used to it.
I wouldn't say. I mean, it's like this is a 6.9. You would never know that. And there's no alcohol burn to this. What happened, man? Are we back? Are we back? Said we lost connect. Are we back on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because my shit's dead, but it was working.
You want me to unplug this?
There you go with your battery.
I should be good for a while, man. Shit. All right, hold on. Watch out. Don't get in the way of the.
Let me get some juice. Here, that's good enough.
Jay's losing power. Oh shit, we're down to 5, Jay. We really must have had some technical difficulties.
I got 6.
You got 6? That's because you're on there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but I should be reading you up there. Now I'm down to 4. We're losing everybody.
They'll be back.
They'll be back.
Maybe they're reloading.
Yeah, maybe they're reloading too. We got disconnected. Have you seen Brian Hunley? He's almost got his basement all done, man. It's looking really good. It looks like a bar. I mean, like, strictly for entertaining. Like, you walk in there and you just put your money up. You know what I mean? It's looking really good. And then Thrash Metal's doing some beer reviews lately. And he's had a couple brew ups. But he hasn't done anything live that I know of for the last 2 weeks. I'm not sure. Drunken One, he keeps missing the show. Unless he's hiding out from us. The Jim Payne thing happens the 16th of this month, where everybody's going to get together and do a live brew. There might be 2 live channels going on because there's going to be so many people doing the tribute to Jim Payne. I can't commit to that because the Brits, they're 5 hours ahead of us. So by the time I get on and start brewing, them boys will be half bag cleaned up and done. And I hate to commit to something that's that far in the future. Besides, that something might pop up family-wise, and I hate to say I'm going to do something and I don't do it. It was kind of sketchy tonight whether or not we were going to do a live fucking Friday, because me and Jay was like kicking it. It's like, you feel like it? I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because look at me, shit. I smell like a wet dog, dirty and shit, doing some plumbing ass shit. Carpenters should not do plumbing. They just shouldn't. That shit just fucking blows up in your face. Jay, the roof thing, he had to climb on his roof because we got it temporarily kind of watertight until we get up there and fix it. Yeah. There's always something to do. Oh my goodness. What was I talking about? I don't fucking know. I'm just rambling on. Well, anyway, welcome to the virtual pub. Welcome to fucking Friday.
Now we're
So, what?
Dante's Carly competition next weekend, right?
What's that?
I think Dante's Carly the competition next weekend.
Because Manny's got to work.
Yeah. Are you going?
Well, I think I have to, right?
Yeah, probably.
Just I'll be sitting out in the audience while Dawn's doing makeup and shit like that, right? You going? Motherfucker, if I gotta go, you gotta go.
Hey, right there. Fucking
What did you just say? What did you just say? I missed it.
Heard from Big Rob, question mark.
No, I haven't seen Big Rob. I know he's got some things going on. He just celebrated the anniversary up there at his brew pub up in New Brunswick, and he's got some things going on up there. So I haven't seen that he's put out a video lately on Brew Beer Easy. He does every now and again when he gets a chance, but the man's really busy. I mean, I don't think he has time to brew for himself. He's constantly brewing for the pub. So, but he jumps on every now and again when he gets a chance. I know he's put out at least 2 to 3 videos since he's opened up the pub. I mean, but they're far and few in between. But understandable, the man's busy, and more power to him. I'm glad it's working out good for him. I think tonight is poutine night and ladies' night, if I saw it advertised correctly. Shout out to Big Rob. Got a good thing going on. He's living the dream. It's a lot like work, but if you like what you're doing, it's all good. Shit, I wish I could do something like that. I wouldn't mind brewing beer all day long. I would like to have just like a little fucking brew pub with some food. Like, wife could run it. She could, because she knows all the ins and outs of a brew, a bar thing, But she says she doesn't want to serve drinks because she doesn't like the idiots. I understand. But, if you have food and your husband's a home brewer, you got to have a jink. A little bit of jink. But, we're getting a little long in the tooth for all that bullshit. Maybe something small would be okay, but something to supplement the income. 9 more years, I'm retired. Then I get to work on all this all the time. That ain't retirement, is it? No, it's not retirement. No. That's all right. I'd rather work on my own shit than work on somebody else's. For real. But after building shit for other people all day long and dealing with the headaches, the cobbler's kids go barefoot. If you guys know what that means, it means by the time I get home, the last thing I want to see is hammer, nail, screw gun, or anything that has to do with building, fixing, or fucking up shit. No, I don't feel like doing it. But you got to. Right now, we're just holding everything together until the weather breaks, and then me and Jay, we're going to be busy every single fucking weekend. And hopefully, we'll get it all done during the spring, and maybe the last month of summer, we'll get to relax. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Got the door cracked open enough, motherfucker?
No. He's all strong.
Trying to keep them cats warm out there?
Yeah.
So, hey, the woodpecker come around today. Yep. Finally saw him. We got a woodpecker comes around and eats the food out of the tree. Got a serious speckled red-headed woodpecker out there, man. Woody.
You know what else came around?
Who?
These nuts.
These nuts. I'm not sure. I knew as soon as I said that shit. I knew it. We're going to be selling them shirts, too. You know what else you need to do besides get it in you? These nuts. I do, right? That's all we are. We're big kids. Cheers.
Does anybody got any questions?
If they, if Jay wants to know if anybody's got any questions, I bet either they don't or they're afraid to ask. I don't know. Why do we do this every Friday? Why not? Like I said, as long as you're fucking with us, you're leaving somebody else alone. That's probably a good thing. Besides that, your old lady knows where you're at. You're in front of the computer with a beer looking at an idiot like me, right? But it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all homebrew related. It's all chill. You know what I mean? Having a beverage. What the hell? And no, the old, was it,
Dry or liquid yeast.
I use dry. I mean, I've done liquid yeast, but the one that I used, I think it was the English style
Yeah.
yeast, liquid yeast that I used. I can't remember the number of it, a double O 12 or whatever the fuck it was. And that shit took off rather quick. The other one was slow starting. It was just an American ale liquid yeast. I think it was a Y yeast. It was a smack pack, and it didn't swell up as quick, and it didn't take off as quick neither. Jay's going to look it up in the book, and I don't know if I wrote it down or not, Jay. It's probably in the back with all the other recipes. It was the peppered porter, and it was
There you go.
snow something.
Yeah, there we
But I was a fan. I mean, it's hit or miss with them, from what I understand. Some take off quick, some don't. I mean, and a lot of people, they're adamant about using a starter. When you get a liquid yeast, make a starter out of it. But with the dry yeast, you just pitch and go, man. And most of the time, my shit takes off within the first
It was a Y
4 to 6 hours. My shit takes off.
Y yeast 1272.
Y yeast 1272, and the other one was what?
Y yeast 1028.
And Y yeast 1028. Yeah, I agree. Dry yeast are getting better from what I read anyway, because I've only been brewing for 3 years. Um, I swear Nottingham and the Nottingham is a beast. I mean, as soon as you pitch it, man, within 4 to 6 hours, that shit is. I mean, it takes off, and then within 3 to 4 days, you're real close to being flocked out. Really, '05 I've never had a problem with neither. I take them out of the fridge the night, well, usually the day before, and let them warm up to room temperature, and then I cool my wort down to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Bam, throw it in there, and within 4 to 6 hours, I got airlock activity. Seriously, and I'm usually done fermenting anywhere from 5 to 6 days. I'm ready to cold crash it for 2 to 3 days, and it's in the keg. So I'm turning over a beer every 7 to 10 days, man. Seriously, with '05, Nottingham, and K97. That's the that's the three yeasts that I mostly use, honestly. Hey, J-Man, how you doing? Another guy from Australia down under. Man, it's already tomorrow where you're at.
You guys say happy Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday. Man, it's nice to have all these people from around the world. You know who we're missing today? We're missing Norway. Fuck, I can't think of his name. Shit. Yeah, we're missing Norway tonight. But you know what? Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning where he's at. So he's probably half bagged and in bed by now. So, cheers to Norway. I can't remember the name of that guy. I gotta look on my last video, find out what his name is. I forget. Now see, the Australians are on. Why not the Brits?
No,
Well, maybe it's Saturday morning. I'm kegging my cider experiment now, and I'll have a video on my channel. I'm gonna check it out, man. I'm gonna check it out. Cheers. The White Flakes apple cider. I should try that. You can turn over a cider pretty quick too. It's got to back sweeten it a little bit, but
pretty soon we're gonna start double brewing.
I know, man. Double brew day's coming. It's 1:30 p.m. there. It's in the afternoon. Shit.
Legitimate.
He's wide. He's day drinking. Shit. Be hard pressed to catch up with him.
Yeah. Nothing else happened.
No, that's not going to happen.
Unless we get power nap in between.
Yeah, we have to get a power nap in between. Sooner or later, I'm going to get the computer fucking hooked up out here, so we can all get on and talk to each other for real instead of reading bubbles and shit. So I can see your face and you can see my ugly face. I think we'll be garbage. But like I said, it was an experiment. You know, you never know, man. Sometimes a fuck up turns out to be really good. You never know until it's done. What was that?
Why we get that computer? We got my laptop,
Yeah.
the spare one I got.
Okay.
You know,
I got one in the house, but I got to get it unlocked because Dawn forgot the password to it.
I unlocked mine.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
We are gonna have that shit out here. Yep.
Just have to put everything on.
That's not a problem,
Every
man.
week.
It's not a problem. And you know what? If you bring the laptop out here, we can actually do a camera and do a brew day. Good, because I hate typing. I know that's right. I know that's right. Shit. Yeah, by the time you type it, the conversation done moved off to 3 different subjects, right? I know how you feel. I'm Thunderfinger. By the time I finish typing, that subject done passed. And people look at your typing and go, what the fuck is he talking about? I do. I've been on Google Hangouts. Yeah. Hang out with the fellas. Rusty, BrewTube official, man. He used to do Hangouts. But like I said, they're 5 hours ahead of us. So by the time I get on, them boys are pretty trashed. It's hilarious. Them guys are hilarious, man. They really are. I like hanging out with them. And then Brian Fisher from Thrash Metal Brewing, he gets a hangouts going on, and you know what I mean, and it's recorded live on YouTube and all that. We all get together. I know, right? They're crazy. And you talk about beer mail, them boys, they're slinging beer mail to everybody. It must be cheaper than shit to mail shit to everybody over there. Yeah, man, it's a good time. I think I've been on twice with them guys, man. I miss it. I do. I remember coming home from work a couple times and saying, baby, I got to get out into the brew shed. The boys are on Google. What? The Brits are on. I got to go hang out with the Brits. You're stupid. No, you don't get it. They'll be bagged if I don't get on right now, you know. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I know, but it's not over there. They're already shit-faced. Yeah, it's pretty cool. What's that? The reputation, only Timmy Jenkins must be one of the best brewers. You know what I mean? You know, he's shipping out humps to everybody. I mean, he's floating beer mails to everybody. Everybody's swearing by his beers. Timmy must be the shit, man. Honestly. I would love to taste one of his beers. Him and Steve Ogden's too, man. Steve Ogden's got some shit going on from what I hear. And so does Johnny Anderson, and so does John Campbell. Right? Them boys got some beers going on, and so does Brew Dude. Can't remember his name. Dude's Brew, that's it. Them boys got some serious shit going on. He doesn't have it. Timmy Jenkins, no, I've never seen any of his videos. I mean, and he's on BrewTube Official. That's kind of weird now that you mention it. I've never, ever noticed that. He posts pictures and stuff like that. But you're right. You're right. I've never seen a video of him. He must be an ugly motherfucker, man. But he can't be any more uglier than me, right? What the fuck? Who cares? Oh my goodness, that's good. I'm going to miss that when that's gone.
Red Dog Ginger.
What is it?
Love Red.
Oh yeah, man. Hapless Ginger. He's fuck, man. Can you imagine hanging out with him? Oh my God. Hapless will get you beat up. He's nuts. Yep. Ginger, fuck, man. No, I would love to send him a beer mail just to watch him on my big screen TV let out a big blood curdling burp and go, good. Over and out, bing bong. He's fucking hilarious. He took a hiatus for a little while, man. He wasn't putting out videos, and all of a sudden he started putting them back out again. Had some shit going on, but he hasn't delved into the personal aspects of it, which is cool. You know what I mean? But I'm glad he's starting to do his thing again. He just did a collaboration brew with somebody. I can't remember their name either. Fuck. Last weekend, I think it was. Or he just put the video out last weekend. But I like Hapless. We're coming up on an hour, boys. We're only gonna put out an hour tonight. Then we're gonna chill. Me and Jay's gonna chill, drink a couple beverages, and then it's shower and night because we got an early day tomorrow. Cheers. What's that? 8 more minutes, Mr. J? 7 more minutes?
Seven people
I
now.
don't know, man. I mean, you know, it depends on how you feel. I mean, I'm fucking. Are you fine? I'm fine too.
As long as we don't get drunk, we'll be alright.
How you gonna get drunk on Sam Adams?
I don't know.
That's impossible. After drinking homebrew for all this time, man, 6.5, 6.97, 8%, worried about getting drunk off of a 5% beer. That's not going to happen. That's like drinking soda.
Oh, so.
I don't like soda much neither. That's why we drink homebrew. Wait for it. Ooh. You ain't going to turn into a pumpkin. No. But you you might see my old lady's picture in the fucking post office as a most wanted if I stay out here and get fucking trashed. She'll kill me. Any videos coming up? If Jay gets his computer out here to where we can all talk face to face, I have a camera in the house, and we could take the chip and download videos and all that and edit, and we could actually do a whole brew day video, which I've yet to do. I mean, you only see bits and pieces of what I do. You know what I mean? So I would love to put out a total video of my brew day and how I do it, especially for the Mashing Bowl users. Because I hear them constantly talk about, well, I'm only getting 40% efficiency. I'm only getting 60 to 65% efficiency. And the way I do mine, I mean, I never go below a 75. It's always between 75 and I think my best was 85, 86%, sometimes even higher. But the last time I actually checked, I got an 83.93 shit things, something. So I'm averaging between 75 and 85% brewhouse efficiency all the time with the way I do it, you know. And I would love to show the Mashing Bowl users that shit because they're thinking it's this and that. And I mean, I'm reading some of their comments. I would like to post on there what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Maybe they'll come over to my side and try it my way or whatever. I don't know. And I don't do a whole lot of water chemistry neither. But I got good water here. I just filter my water really slowly through a charcoal filter, like 1 gallon a minute, maybe a little longer than that. It takes like a minute and a half every gallon. I mean, it's like, well, we got 1 full keg in there. We got 2 more kegs that need to get filled up because the amber is almost empty. I mean,
Get that nasty coconut shit time went out.
he said, whatever happens, blame the mannequins. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it.
The mannequins did it.
The fucking mannequins did it.
I'm good
And
with that.
there's a couple fucking wayward fucking garden gnomes out here, too. I've seen them.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. Hey, if it tastes good, then it's good fucking beer. Really. I mean, I understand. With the German style beers that I'm brewing, my water's pretty suited to that. Now, with the wheat beers, I did have the brewer down in Union Craft tell me, you know, if you really want your wheat beers to pop with this water and the stuff that we're doing to it, because I basically do the same thing to my water as the big brewery down in Balmer does. and they filter it through a charcoal filter, and they add something to it, and I forget what it was, but they said if you when you do wheat beers, add 1% of your grain bill, use acidicated malt, and it'll make it really pop. I have yet to do that, but my wheat beers seem to turn out pretty good. But I guess I could lower the pH a little bit on them. But my water is pretty good for the lighter. I mean, pretty good for the lighter beers. Like the Kolsch's, the Pilsners, the Amber Ale especially. They're just bumping. Um, my stouts are really fucking good, ain't they? And my alt beer is good too. For all my German beers, the water's really good that I'm using. And the stouts, well, you can get away with a lot with darker beers. So, what?
So you get thing comes out of Baltimore.
Yeah, it's the only good thing that comes out of Balmer is the fucking water. If you take the chlorine out of it, and there's a story there too. There'll be a lot more good things in Baltimore if you took a couple things out of it. Yeah, there you go. And my fucking cigarette went out. But no, I mean, I get water chemistry. It's really not that hard once you get your water profile and you know what to add to it and what not. I mean, it's like magnesium sulfate, some calcium, some lactic acid, or phosphoric acid. I hear lactic acid is better than phosphoric acid because you can pick up that flavor. But what else is it? There's something else too. I forget. But like I said, I haven't delved into that, and I don't want to start using. I don't want to strip my water and just start adding shit to it because, like I said, I got really good water here. But for the beers I brew, like even a cream ale, all the lighter colored beers turn out really well. So I'm pretty pleased with it, and so does a lot of people that drink my beer. They seem to like it too. So just wanted to say, BrewTube Official is also what?
If curious, check out World Homebrew Club. It is page. It is a page he created or they created.
World Homebrew Club? I need to get an invite. They need to fucking hook me up. Yeah, if it wasn't for Big Rob, I wouldn't have had an invite into BrewTube Official, man. I'll tell you what, it's some of the nicest people I've ever met. Some of the best brewers I've ever seen, truthfully. They're on Facebook. Cool. What's it called again, Jay? World Homebrew Club?
Yes.
I'm going to check them out. I'm going to poke my nose in there. Stir things up. Absolutely. I think I'm going to try to get another beer out of that keg. I really am. You have to pick your happy ass up off the keys. Or
Yep.
He said, yep, yep. I can't wait till Jay brings the computer out here so we can plug the that chip. What the fuck's that chip called in the camera? The wife knows all that shit. The memory card, that's it. Yeah, that's it. The memory card. I can fucking edit and I can do a whole brew day. I can actually do a grain to glass. I can't wait for you guys to see how I brew beer. You'd be like, what the fuck is he doing? Why does he do all that? Why is he sanitizing that? Nah, man. But you know what? I'm turning out pretty good beers, and I'm not gonna do anything different. What's that? I'm going to the Go Keg This Cider video to come. Absolutely. I'll be looking forward to seeing it. I'll check it out. Gotta get a beer. Oh, dirty word. All right. Taking bets. Will it kick or won't it kick this time? Let's see. Here we go. Oh shit, we might get another one. This might be one of them never-ending kegs. I shouldn't have said that. There it goes. Oh shit, look at that. That's 3. And this thing, I'm telling you, I could pick it up with one finger. Shit. Motherfucker. The day I had today, plumbing. Well, the old lady, me and the wife, we had a pretty good time today. To tell you the truth. She says, "Come on, we're going to take a ride." I said, "All right, well, I think we're going to go get something to eat someplace local or whatever." Because I look like a squeegeed out pagan shit. I really do. And, I mean, I'm dressed in work clothes, got some dirty ass tennis shoes on. You know what I mean? I'm I'm definitely not a fucking fashion show. So we wound up at this place, Perryville, up at the casino, right? She pulled off a little lucky thing, which is fucking phenomenal because I didn't win shit. And then we went up going to dinner, all dressed like this. All dressed like this. Craig wasn't lucky, but the wife was, and that makes me feel really good.
What you want?
Well, I'll put it to you this way: we between us, we only spent $120,
Not bad.
but we stuck a lot more in than just $120. But that's what it turned out to be. Yeah, we did.
That's good.
So.
It's always good when you break even and come out at least what you
Well,
walked in with.
yeah, I mean, shit. We go to Atlantic City, man. We only take about maybe $300 with us. You know what I mean? And we usually play all weekend. We get free room and all that shit. So, but I never went up to Perryville. Never. That place is a joke. But the wife pulled it out of her ass tonight. She said, "Fling flow, flip, 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 blam, for $500, pow." So, and then we went to dinner. And then we come back. Just in time for fucking Friday. So. Yep. Dude, somebody got lucky today. Facebook wasn't so uptight with a stick in her ass. I could play some music for us, fellas. I got one hell of a song fucking list. But every time I play something, don't you hate it when you get down to the end of the keg and it gets competition clear like that? If I didn't like this beer so much, I would actually bottle one and send one in. We got homebrewed comp. Look at that. You can actually see my ugly face through there. That's crazy. I might get a halfway decent grade on this. This ain't bad at all. I really like the way my amber ales come out. If I could have one of these on tap all the time, I'd be happy. This, a Kolsch, and my alt beer, I'd be happy as shit. Oh, I haven't brewed one of my Oktoberfest in a year now. I didn't brew one Oktoberfest this last fall. Not one. And I got a good Oktoberfest recipe. I do. Alt beer is kicking ass too, man. But this is good. This is an anytime kind of beer. I miss the Kolsch. I ain't had one of them since last summer. Fucking stouts, man. Son-in-law's crazy. Oh my goodness. What this? You got a bitter. You got a nice bitter from I think it's the Brewer's Gold, Mount Hood, and then Cascade. But you got a little bitter up front. The sweetness comes in the back end along with the Cascade. But the Brewer's Gold up front gives you a nice little bite. I mean, it's pretty fucking balanced. I mean, really, it is. It's like everything plays on each other. It's like you get that nice little bitter bite up front, and when you get it down your neck, see, now I'm picking up all the malts. It's nice and it's malty, sweet, and the Cascade in the back with the aroma. Oh, man, it's fucking awesome. And on the nose, it's not, you're not picking up a whole bunch of hops off of it. Hey, Neil, I was just talking about you, man. Hey, tell the fellas how the fucking KV3 turned out. I was just talking about the Amber Ale. I mean, I mean, the closest thing I can compare this to, and mine is like 10 times to 20 times better, is a Yingling. Because I did these side by side once. My Amber Ale against their Amber Lager. And I'm telling you, this makes Yingling taste like water, really. I mean, this is so much better. It's so much better. It's also a higher ABV, too. All right, Jay, man, cheers. Look forward to checking out your cider video, man. I hope everything turns out good. Thanks for stopping in, bro. But no, this is definitely. I mean, this is going to be in the recipe book. You'll always see one of these pop up here and there. If we can get Jay off the stouts.
Handball or stouts?
I know, right? But Neil Tunnel's on, man. The guy that brewed a KV3, he said it's fucking good, man.
That's good.
Yep, he likes it. Yeah. I did one version of the Kolsch. That was a KV1, and that was with Crystal and Saz hops. There was some other stuff in there. What do you say?
When you brew your stout for you, through the dark grains later during the mash.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get that astringency. We didn't have it. Well, when we did our stouts, they weren't our recipes. We got that from Texas Brewing, and all that was mixed in together. Govind Send sent me a friend request. I don't know anybody named Govind Send.
Might be somebody that was.
I don't know. I have to check it out.
Was it Facebook?
Yeah, it was Facebook.
I wonder if that was the guy you said send you to the thing for.
Maybe. Now, if I buy the grains and do my own recipe, yes, I would do that. I would. It's just like a lot of people like to throw their coffee in with their stout while they're either doing mash out or something like that, or in with the last 15 minutes of the mash, just like you would with your darker malts. They do it that way, but they get more of a bitter taste from the coffee. I prefer to throw the coffee beans whole in after fermentation because the coffee flavor is more mellow. It doesn't have that much of a bite to it. You know, you get more of a coffee flavor out of it, I think, as a cold brew kind of thing. You don't have to grind them up to get the flavor out of the coffee. That's a fact, ain't it? We threw coffee beans in. It was only supposed to be in for 3 days. We left them in for 4. Oh my God! You got yeah, it was a little. It was a day too long, and it's amazing what just one day does. And we used stronger coffee too. Might have should have left them in for 2 days. I don't know. Yeah, we used a really dark roast coffee bean in there.
Next time we just cut it down to 3 days.
Yeah, see what that tastes like. But you're right. That's why they throw the darker malts in later, like the last 15 minutes of the mash. They'll throw the dark malts in, or the last 20 minutes of the mash. They'll throw the dark malts in to cut down on the astringency of the dark malts. And I do a 90-minute mash most cases. So I would, huh?
Someone had one guy's coffee stout came out. They used Black Rifle coffee.
I don't know.
I haven't seen one yet.
No, he probably hasn't been on yet. Might not be on either, depending on what part of the country he's in. Was he an American?
I think so.
Wasn't that guy in Jersey, was it?
Maybe.
Forget his name, too. I need to start writing your guys' names down, man.
I think it was like 3YC or something like that. What his username was.
I don't recall.
I think it was him. Almost sure.
No, I'm kind of liking it, man. We got our own little circle going on here, man. We get up to fucking 10 people. They're all in and out, but it's the same people, man. I dig it.
It is.
Yep. We got our own little clique going on here, man. Spread the word.
There's always room for new people too.
Yes, there is always room for new people. Like, subscribe, don't like, whatever. It, even bad advertisement is good, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that guy's an asshole. Yeah, well, I'll have to go check him out. Yeah, fuck it. What's it say? The black rye IPA I just made was my first recipe with dark grains. I what?
I learned a lot off of that little brew. It was also my first true dry hop. Learned a few things there too.
Yeah. I I I can count on one hand how many times I've dry hopped a brew. Um, I'm not an IPA guy. My son-in-law Jay is. Silent Jay's an IPA guy. He likes that stuff. I'm not like what you call the future is bleak humans. What?
Yeah, so fucking
We got a troll.
yeah.
I
Pretty much.
don't know, man. What was his title?
Z6 time travel guide. Tell that motherfucker give me some winning lottery numbers.
Yeah, man. Give us some winning lottery numbers. If you know so much about the future, shit, give me some winning lottery numbers. My future won't be so bleak.
Right.
How about that? What was I talking about now? Shit, he done got me all discombobulated. His emoji is even troll looking.
Oh fuck! I completely forgot.
I forgot. Yeah. We went off on a totally different tangent when he popped on me, and I don't even know what the hell I was talking about now.
Dry hopping.
Dry hopping. I can count on one hand how many times I dry hopped. And I think the most hops I've ever used in one beer is four hop drops. Yeah, 4 hop drops in a single brew. But I can count on one hand how many times I dry hopped, and I dry hopped with Liberty. And that was when I started with the Mr. Beer kits. Actually, the Powerful Patriot Ale called for a dry hop, and that was Liberty hops. And that was 3 days into fermentation. I dropped it in, and blah blah blah. But I'm not a real hoppy IPA kind of guy. You know, I don't know. This has got a hop bite to. What was the one beer I made that had a serious hop bite to it? Oh, that was a bitter. That was bitter. Yeah, I used Hercules hops, and I used an ounce of Hercules hops, and that was my mystery fest. I used an ounce of Hercules hops, man. Got a high hop.
You got all drunk and didn't
Yeah,
remember how you did it.
yeah. I didn't remember how I did it, and I stopped writing notes, and I actually wrote drunk and drew a line at the. I think like the first hop drop, I was like drunk. That's when I started waiting until after my hop drops to crack my first beer. But that beer turned out good. It actually mellowed with a little bit of age. That was pretty good. You got to watch out for Hercules hops. German Hercules hops. They're pretty fucking powerful. Um, no, I haven't really haven't dry hopped a whole lot of shit.
Did you read it?
That's nothing 2 gallon brew. What's it? He dry hopped a Miller Lite clone.
Yeah.
That actually probably made that taste a little bit better than what it usually is. Because Miller Lite's got no taste to it. It's like corn water, right? But if you drop a bunch of hops in it, that shouldn't be that bad, right?
Yes. I liked Miller Lite. I was drinking Miller Lite. Better than Bud Light.
Oh, fuck it, man. Anything's better than Bud Light. Anything's better than any kind of Bud line, if you ask me. Even the Budweiser. I
Yeah.
did it, but he hates hops.
I think the Freedom Beer was pretty good.
You said that Copper Lager.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Coffee milk stouts. I'm not too crazy about the milk stouts. It's too silky for me. But the coffee stouts, Jay, do we like coffee stouts?
Yeah.
We fucking like coffee stouts. We knocked the hell out of them. We did quite a bit of research on them too. Yeah. And the nitro beers I could take or leave too. I think they look cool as shit when you pour them in a glass though. You know? But I like I like it to be a little bit more carbonated.
I think Moose Stouts are bad.
Eh,
Sam Adams ones, they weren't bad.
they were kind of a little too silky for me and a little bit more on the flat side. I mean, they're like I don't know, they were too silky tasting to me. You know, like it's just not me. Yeah, I tried one that had a damn. Oh yeah, man. That's the Murphy Stout, and instead of the Guinness doesn't have yeah, the Murphy Stout had the ball in the can.
The Guinness had the ball in the can, didn't it?
Did the Guinness have the ball in the can too? Yeah, because we actually was like, what the fuck is rolling around in there, right? So we cut open the thing. It has like a little fucking golf ball in there, man. Yeah. I think it is too, Dan. Yeah, Guinness got a little ball in the can, but so does Murphy's. And I think Murphy's Stout is better than Guinness, truthfully.
Kilkenny.
I never had a Kilkenny beer. But I tell you what, the Murphy's is better than Guinness, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I like the Murphy's better than Guinness.
I like the Guinness.
Guinness is okay, but after drinking our stouts, you drink a Guinness? It's
I still
watery.
drink Guinness.
Huh?
I still drink Guinness.
I would drink a Guinness.
I still drink it. I bought a six pack of it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I like them, but we actually did. We cut open the fucking can. Just what the fuck is rolling around in there? I said, Jay, what the fuck is that? And you know, how the hell is that activated when you pop the top on it? You know what I mean?
Unless it's in there for an aerator.
You know what, Neil? I agree with that. He said a lot of beers are watery after you drink homebrew, ain't it? It's like this has got meat. I mean, didn't you? You were curious. You had to look inside and say, "What the fuck is in there?"
I think it is
Like a-
aeration. Once it hits the thing, the beer has to go around it and it makes more aeration.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I thought there was maybe something in the
I
ball.
think there's something in it.
Yeah, because how the fuck? Yeah,
It's got to be something for like aeration.
yeah, maybe. Jay said it's got to that ball's got to be something for like aeration when air hits it or something like that. Because I don't think there's anything inside that ball.
You had an aerate wine. You put them with their little aerators,
Yeah,
and it like brings the flavors out and shit.
you hear that? He says my balls was fizzy. Like, you know what else? These nuts. Yeah. He said, dude, my balls was fizzy. Yeah, now we're getting started. And you see, we're up to 80 minutes now. So much for the hour. We're starting to relax a little bit. These nuts. We got another one in the club now. Yeah, me and Jay do that a lot. Make it a pour like on tap. He said that's what that ball's about.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That does like aeration, though.
Neil, we got this thing. Like, Christ, how long, what, this is like a 1990s kind of shit, man.
It never gets old. Okay.
It doesn't get old, but, you know, we get teased about it all the time, and the wife, I'm not supposed to tell you, but the wife is making you a pair of underwear that says D's nuts
Sweet.
with the squirrel reaching for the nuts. But don't tell her I told you. You got to act excited when you say it. You never heard me say that. Never happened.
I'm going to have to troll around the house on them.
Yeah, fucking right. That's what they're for. They're boxers. She's going to make them boxers. Going to say D's nuts.
Hey, man, I got her twice fucking last night.
Yeah, we drank it out of the can too. And what, you drank the, what, did we drink, we poured the first one in the glass? No, we did. We poured the first one in the glass. That's how we found out what was rolling around in the fucking can. And when we poured it in the glass, you know, you get that nitro little thingy going up in there like that. I was like, yeah, that's fucking neat. And it's like, ding-a-ling-ding, what the fuck is that? Cut the can open. It's like, hey, Jay, there's a fucking golf ball in here, man. What the fuck is that? And we're like, I don't know. What the fuck is that? You know? I thought it was just like to take up space so they would have to just sell us less beer and make more money. Maybe. Nah. I think Jay's onto something saying it has to do with aeration and just like, oh, fuck. Just like the other guy just said, it's to make it taste like it's more on tap.
Who the hell is that?
It's on there. Jay's reading my bubbles.
Rico Mortal Brew House.
Rico,
Mortal Brew House.
Mortal, I like that. Mortal Brew House. Fucking A, Rico. He's new.
Hey, man.
I think Rico's new. He wasn't on last week, was he?
I don't remember.
Fucking cigarette went out.
It sucks getting old.
Motherfucker, you ain't even crossed the hump yet. You have, man, it does it. Ain't it a drag getting old? It is, man. Everything up here says, yes, I can. No. The body says no.
It's harder and harder to remember shit.
Well, if you got, I'm a scatterbrain. I'm all over the place, man. And it's like, what? Me and the boys do these nuts too.
See, we also had a sign thing where you try to get each other to look. The one where it's like an okay sign. Oh yeah, I know, but it's got to be below the waist.
What is that?
It's
This?
this. That thing.
Yeah. I never knew what that meant.
Yeah, but it's got to be below the waist.
It's got to be like,
It's got to be below the waist.
yeah. That thing. I never knew what that meant until just now. Old.
That shit never gets old. Huh?
That motherfucker will walk in the room and say, hey, man, guess what? What, Jake? These nuts. Like, really? What the fuck, man?
We did so much we even got the guys older than us doing it.
I know, right?
Old guys.
Hey, man, what? These nuts. What the fuck, man? Is these nuts an East Coast thing? Never heard of it.
Wow.
Well, I don't even know how to approach that. I was going to say something stupid like, well, yeah, we're not politically correct over here. But I'm not going to. Yeah, I guess it is. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Chris, you're talking. It was popular back in the 90s.
Yeah, that was back in the 90s, man. Shit, when I was halfway younger. You know? But, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I never been out to the West Coast.
Neither have us. I don't know if you got it over there.
Yeah, we don't know what you got over there except these nuts. No, I don't know.
It's all over YouTube. It is.
There you go. Google it. These nuts are all over YouTube. It will be now.
Decent Watson made a fucking Super Bowl commercial.
What, the lunch meat people?
Yeah. These Nuts commercial, but it wasn't. It was somebody at work told me about it. It was one of the Super Bowl commercials he watched it.
No shit.
It was Decent Watson's These Nuts or some shit.
See, that Jay got everybody doing that shit now. He said even Dietz and Watts and the lunch meat people are doing these nuts. Oh, Jesus. He says you Google it. What are you brewing next, Neil? Did he say IPA? Or he said he already brewed an IPA.
It was like back in December.
Oh. I know he just brewed the Kolsch.
It was the Miller Lite he did.
Whew. Coming up on 90 minutes. I don't give a fuck.
See, we ain't drunk, so we're good.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the keg to kick. That is number 3. I can lift it with one finger. This is one of them kegs like, it ain't dead. It ain't dying. It ain't dying. It ain't gonna die. It's gonna die. I'll bet you the next one it dies.
Probably.
Neil said, you Google it. Neil said, Google it. Dan said, you Google it. Yep. People are starting to fade fast, man. We're down to foe.
Yeah.
So what's up next, Greg? I got the Pale Dorado. That is a good beer. We got the Pale Dorado coming up.
No, we don't.
Well, we don't. That's gonna be the coffee. We're using the grain bill to do a coffee pale ale. We're skipping the El Dorado hops out of it. We're going to use that as the grain bill for a coffee pale ale. But my Pale Dorado recipe is fucking good. And I'm telling you, the El Dorado hops peak like after the first week. Like after 7 days when it's in the keg, that seventh day, it's like a fruity, sweet berry kind of thing, man. It is just fucking. I love it. It's a great summertime beer. It really is, and it's coming. It's coming, man. Shit, we got a lot of beers to brew. We got six fucking beers to brew. But Pale Dorado will be in there.
So Dan said he was thinking of trying to brew Big Ralph's English better.
You know, I've never had an English bitter, so I really don't know. He said Neil just said I'll ask you the same thing at the same time. What?
Well, you asked him what he was brewing. He was asking you that at the same
Oh,
time. Great minds think alike, pretty much.
my next brew is going to be the KV3 because I haven't, like I said earlier, I said I haven't had my Kolsch since last summer, and I got to brew a Kolsch up, and then you want to do the coffee pale, or what do you want to do?
Coffee Pale is still in research.
It's still in research. Yeah. Okay. So
So we got a lot of coffee to try.
I don't want to do the lemon drop yet. You want to do the Galaxy?
Yeah, why not?
We're going to do the Galaxy Pale after the Kolsch because we're curious to see what kind of flavors we get out of the Galaxy hops. What's that say? Like pineapple and
Send the, you got the things?
I stuck it in the brew log. This one down here.
I heard what it was. It was interesting.
No, he was looking up recipes, Texas Brewing's recipes, and the Galaxy Pale Ale. Which one you got there?
This is the lemon.
The lemon drop. I'm really curious about. We're gonna throw another pound of pale malt to it,
And all of them.
and all of them actually. We're gonna boost the ABV on all of these because this is 6% brew house. Some of these are like 4.5 to maybe 5.5, so we're gonna jack them up a little bit. What's the Galaxy Pale? The hop profile. Does it give you any kind of profile? What it's supposed to taste like?
No.
I know you read it. That's just a shipping thing.
Sorry.
I could dig on. Well, no, they package their hops in their own little thing, so it's not going to tell you on the hop package.
Give me one.
So my first pale ale last summer had lemon drop in it. How'd it turn out? Was it good? Good summertime beer? If we add sea salt to it and a little bit of lime, will it be like a sea quench ale, dogfish head? I'm wondering.
Beer review, Colorado Native.
He said it was really good. The lemon drop? Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a great summertime beer, I think. Nice thirst quencher.
You gotta bear with me, but I'm working on it.
He's working on what the Galaxy's supposed to taste like, but the Galaxy hop is supposed to have like is it pineapple shit stuff. I don't fucking know. No, that's from when we were reading the other hops. Yeah, because I got a buttload of hops in here that Eclipse Brewing sent me. There to use up. I got Apollo and I got all kinds of stuff. Denali. I got all kinds of hops in here to experiment with, and I got to use them up. So I'm going to get a big batch of 2-row and see what the fuck I can come up with. You know, a big bag of 2-row. Throw them up in there. I got some cryo hops too, man. But I understand that if cryo hops, if as opposed to a regular ounce of pellet hops, if you throw an ounce of cryo hops in there, man, it's like more. It's like more robust. So I need to find out from somebody who has more knowledge than me about cryo hops. Should I throw a whole ounce of Cascade cryo hops into a brew? You know? I don't know. I'm going to use them. I'm going to find out one way or another. I like Cascade though. Cascade, Saaz, and the all German noble hops I love. You had told me you bull for 90. Good to know. What do you say? All right, hold on, Neil, because he's not reading my bubbles.
Wait a minute, I'll get back to that.
It says, you had told me you bull for 90. Good to know, mash for 90. I do. I mash for 90 minutes just because Well, I don't. Wait a minute. I mash for 90 minutes because I want to make sure I extract everything I possibly can out of my grains. Um, and then I'll do a mash out for like 15 minutes at like anywhere from 164 to 166. And then I do almost a full volume because I can't do a full volume, mash on this thing. I just can't. So I do 2 quarts per pound usually, and that brings me right up to about 6 gallons of mashed strike water. And then I'll sparge with like a gallon and a half. Squeeze the piss out of the bag. I'll wind it with 7 gallons. Now with the mashing bowl, it takes you 90 minutes to boil off a gallon. So that's why I do that. That's why I always boil for 90 minutes because it's just simpler for me. I don't have to worry about adding this, adding that. I boil for 90 minutes because I'll boil off a gallon.
Pineapple and key lime.
Pineapple and key lime is what Galaxy puts out. Now that sounds like a summertime beer, don't it? That sounds pretty fucking good.
Find out.
We're gonna have to look up. No, we got the thingies. The hop drops.
He said he hasn't tried a cryo yet.
No, neither have I. And I'm always nervous about new things because it takes me out of my comfort zone. Just like I was brewing all German beers until, what was it? Somebody talked me into brewing. What was the first beer I brewed outside my comfort zone? Fuck, I can't remember now. I got 3 years worth of brewing written down in a book, and it's all starting to become a blur now. I went outside of my comfort zone and I brewed a beer that I normally wouldn't have brewed. I can't remember now. But anyway, I nailed it when I did it. And then we went off on some freaky tangent with all the dark beers and shit like that. I think the first all grain beer I ever brewed was a cream ale, but simple grain bill, a little bit of corn, a lot of two row, some flaked corn. That I called that. Well, that for fucking cream ale, that fucking shit turned out to be almost 7%. I haven't brewed that in a while. Even Big Rob liked that. He enjoyed that. He enjoyed my Oktoberfest. I don't know if he ever brewed my alt, but he brewed my KV2, and he was even thinking about putting that on tap up in New Brunswick at his brew house. He needs to brew the KV3. Seriously. Because he has a mashing bowl too. And he does a brew in a bag thing on his mashing bowl. So he's going to brew it the same way basically that I brew mine. But let's face it, fellas, here's the thing. No matter what recipe I throw out there, it's never going to be exactly the same as the water I use or the way I brew it. Because we're all different. We all have different techniques. We might come close to each other's recipe, but we're never really going to quite get there when it comes to that. I mean, do I have consistency? Yes, I do. I think after 2 or 3 brews of the same beer, I pretty much got it nailed down to where it needs to be. But yes, the KV3 is perfect. That's why I'm so pissed off about fucking up getting my grain bill together when I went to the local homebrew store. But I'm going to fix it. Yeah, it could be. It might be my signal. Me looking at me, it looks like that everything's doing pretty good. Now, when I'm on my tablet, I can actually see a lag in it. Like there's a delay from me talking and stuff like that. Uh-oh, I got a low battery mode going on, Jay.
I'll be high.
You alright?
Yeah, I'll be high.
Jay's alright now.
That's enough. Enough to give me
Yeah, I'm on low battery mode now, so I gotta plug in. Maybe that's it.
Well, when I watch on my phone, you're always behind.
I ain't getting you. Jay's worried about me getting him on camera.
You be better.
Am I plugged in? I don't know. But I'm plugged in now, so maybe that'll help. I just clicked on 20. I was down to 20% battery. It's amazing how fast the battery goes down and shit like that when you're recording live and all that. because I was up to like 70% when I started. I'm crooked. How is everybody? Everybody getting a little bit more relaxed? Yeah, where the hell are you from, Neil? I get the feeling that you're from like the Midwest, maybe. Tennessee. I just drove through your fucking state in November. Tennessee is very nice. Actually, that was between West Virginia and Tennessee. That was two of the prettiest states I drove through when I was on my way to Texas. Yep. Arkansas, eh. But when you're driving down, you know, the beltways and shit like that, you know, the interstates. But Tennessee, man, driving through Tennessee, through the mountains and all that bullshit, that was fucking spectacular. I mean, it really was. It was pretty. Nice looking country. Ah. And I swear to God, I've never seen so many moo cows in all my life. Texas, Tennessee, West Virginia, a little piece of North Carolina. I mean, there's fucking moo cows everywhere. Now, when you get to Texas, number of cattle ranches, just like the Wild West. No bullshit. There are fucking steers everywhere. And some cheap ass steaks, too. Yep, Tennessee's got that good mountain spring water, baby. That's where they make a Jack and Daniels. Gotta have good water to have good brew. What?
Nasty shit.
Hey, I don't drink it. He has fresh spring water. Good for you, man. I'm telling you what. Before I knew anything, I used to go buy the spring water. I did. I would buy spring water and use spring water. But yes, turned out really good beers. And I was brewing extract using spring water. Don't get me wrong. Extract beers are pretty good. I mean, you can get some good extract beers, especially the Brewer's Best kits. I started out with Mr. Beer, but you know, brewed a done and dusted 50 liters of Pilsner fermenting time to get what?
Pissed.
Get it in ya. That's right. Yeah, when me and Jay's brewing, we don't pop the top. We do pound down quite a few cups of coffee while we're brewing, and usually when we get to the last hop drop and we throw down and we're whirlpool and get ready to chill, then we'll get a beer up in us. But I learned my lesson with drinking while home brewing. Anything could happen. I used to mark down how many beers I had on some of the times I was brewing in my brew book. When I got up to like 5 or 6, shit start to get freaky.
Posted pictures of his spring on Facebook in Beekford.
Fucking right. How would you like to have a fucking spring? A freshwater spring in your yard? That would be fucking awesome. Fucking right.
You want some water? You go outside.
Yep, just dump it in the fucking brew pot, man. That's awesome. Now, do you filter your water, Neil, or you just use it straight from the spring? If he tells me he just takes it straight from the spring, that's fucking awesome. See me, I got Balmer City water, and it's chlorinated, so I have to run it through a charcoal filter really slowly. But after I take all the chloramides out of it, it is absolutely fantastic water. It really is. I mean, it's great for coffee. It's great for beer. It really is. But to have now, Mr. Duke says we got a spring running underneath of our house, but I can only imagine how contaminated that is. That's too bad, because we got railroad running in back of the property. We got a boulevard in front of the property, and then we got a beltway after the train tracks. So I can only imagine what that underground spring is like. Probably nasty. I would probably have to run that through a charcoal filter too, and then still that'd be kind of sketchy. So I got to set up for Baltimore City water, which is good water. Always has been. We had what? We had Gunther beer, American beer, Black Label, Tuborg. There's just so many breweries we had here when I was just a little kid, and when my father was a little kid too. They haven't gotten. I haven't gotten the water treatment yet, but what?
But my beers are good, especially since I went to Old Green.
Oh yeah.
Straight from the spring.
He said straight from the spring, man. That's awesome. I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to do that. But then once upon a time, we had Matt we had Natty Bow here too. um,
It's not a brag about.
well, all the breweries were right here in Baltimore for a simple reason: we had really good water. And then was that old moonshiner turned me on to the spring. Don't tell me it was popcorn. Yep, you got to have good water to have good liquor. You just do. And it's got to be sweet water, too. I know these things. That one's done. Oh, man, I can't wait till springtime so we can pull everything out of the brew house. Me and Silent Chase, we got to do a spring cleaning. I got a surface clean going on, but the brew house needs a serious spring cleaning.
Do the floor too.
I know, right? I got a nice vinyl floor to go in here to keep all the moisture off the floor. I could just wipe it up. The back wall, I don't know. We're also kicking the bubble around about making it bigger because it's only a two-man kind of man shack right now. Comfortable, right? What?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Amanda?
Yeah, she's like, the other half of a beer cashew. Like, I don't have that over here. That's probably over there.
Yeah, there's no, we don't keep liquor over here.
What's vodka?
No, this is just a beer shack.
What's vodka? And Bloody Mary.
Might be a little Bloody Mary in here, but no, that's been a while now. Now, me and Jay, we might hide a little bottle of Grey Goose in here and a little bit of Bloody Mary mix every now and again, but that's about it. He says not popcorn. He says not popcorn. You know what I'm talking about? Moonshiners. You ever see popcorn? This is my last damn run of liquor. I know, right? No, it's kind of cozy in here. It really is. My brew house is 6 by 10. I got 2 chest freezers, a refrigerator, a 4-foot rack with the mashing bowl, a 6-foot rack with all my accoutrements back here, a shelf, and like 1,900 brew glasses, 2 ink birds. You know what I mean? I'm sitting right where I walk at. Jay is sitting right next to the door, and I got a heater behind me blowing up my ass on this hot metal seat.
Dan said, don't drop the soup in the brew house.
I know, right? No, it's kind of cozy in here. We had our neighbor in here last Sunday, and he's like, "Man, this needs to be bigger." And he's like 6'6", man. He's a tall motherfucker, right? And he had to stand up. You know what I mean? Jay had to sit on the keezer, and Jamie had to sit in the seat, and I had to sit here. No, I mean, here's the thing. The father-in-law said, Dan, that, because me and the wife, we was like, you need to get out of the back bedroom. I need to put my stuff in there. And I was confined to like a 4-foot by 4-foot area where I kept all my brew stuff, and I brewed in the kitchen. Right when I first started out, I got a spring water well at my home, but it's a little hard and high with lime. Charcoal filtered what?
Charcoal filter it all first to get lime out.
Right.
Gotta turn the other spring.
Now, I would charcoal filter all my water, really.
And Rico Mortal says, I brew in a shed among all the other workshop sheds.
Hey, and he rode up. I mean, if you came in, I don't know why I call this the brew house, because this is the brew shack. Um, I got, this is my wet wall. I got all this from work. Everything you see here, I got from work. It's totally for free. I spent $100 on the roof. That's it. The wood, the metal, everything I got for free, and I built it on the side of the house because the father-in-law says to me, he says, "You know what? You need your own space." I said, "Mr. Duke, you know I really do." He says, "Well, why don't you build something on the side of the house?" I said, "Can I?" He says, "Yeah, go ahead." Now he watched me build it, right, with all the leftover material that I had left from building the front porch, which is 19 foot by 10 foot. I got a nice, because I always wanted a nice big porch so I could sit under it when it rained. So I had leftover 6 inch, uh, 18 gauge metal stud. So I built all the walls out of metal stud. I built the roof out of wood that I had acquired, and same thing with the platform. So I insulated it, got that from work, got the sheetrock from work, the mud from work. I got all that, right? Now I get it all built. Me and him go up to Home Depot. We get the roll roof and all that. Shingle the roof, tar it up, flashing, all that kind of shit, drip edge. And after I get it built, he goes, "You should have made it bigger." I said, "I didn't know I could." Uh, so I could have made it like, I don't know, maybe 4, 6 foot longer and another 6 to 8 foot wider. I wish he would have told me. Christ, I had a thing going on like Brian from Short Circuit Brewing or something like that, you know? But as cozy as it is, it's utilitarian, it's functional, it does what I want it to do. I mean, I'm lacking plumbing in here, but I work around that. I mean, you know, if I was to add plumbing in here, I would have to tear up the kitchen floor and run pipe over here up in, but the wife won't let me do that, so we're not doing it. I do have my own separate breaker for this place, and I got another 20 amp, and I got room for a 30 amp breaker in my breaker box to bring that over into the brew house too. So that's in the works. I definitely want to upgrade this to a 30 amp kind of thing to where I can run 240 current in here. Yes, it is. No bullshit. I have an air conditioner. I can keep it at a steady 68 degrees in here, no matter what. Um, and I have a heater in here. I got this heater set on 60 degrees. It is 63 degrees in here. So not only do I have a fermentation chamber in here with a heat lamp and, an ink bird attached to it, I can ferment on top of it. We've already done that. We've had two brew. I've had one sit on top of the fermentation chamber, and I got one inside of it. And you know what? There was no difference in the beers, no difference in the beers whatsoever. So I'm confident I can do that now. But in the summertime, I can do the same thing. We've had sweltering 95 to 97 degree summers, and it stayed a steady 68 and no higher than 72 degrees in here. Yeah, I do, but I have to run the garden hose over here. Yeah. I do all my cleaning outside the brew house in the summertime, and the water's too cold, makes my hands too numb. I wash most of my stuff in the bathtub in the house. And he rode up, man. I do. I still have my electric mash tun that I made up with a 1350 watt element. I can heat water in here. I can heat 7 gallons of water up in here. And I can wash it in here and use hot water, but I got no way to drain it out. You know what I mean? So I kept all the stuff that I actually pieced together to start brewing. I mean, I got my cooler, I got my electric mash tun, and I still got my propane burner and all that. If in fact this ever burns up. And this has been going strong for 2 years now, the mashing bowl. And in case you haven't noticed, it ain't got the clippies on it. This is the first generation. If you take care of it and you use it the right way, it'll last you. Just got to keep it clean and don't expect it to do something it's not supposed to do. I highly recommend it. Big Robbie, he actually had to order another heating element with his first generation. I don't. I've never pushed the temperature up when you set it, the bowl. You never go higher than 218. You just set it to 218 like the direction said, and you'll average between 214 and 215. You know what I mean? And you'll get a decent bowl out of it. 7 gallons. It might take you 45 minutes to an hour to get there, but it does. I have the complaints with it. It's done well by me. And I don't have to spend money on propane. I really don't. But I still got my bowl kettle, my electric mash tun, and I use a coffee urn to sparge with. You know what I mean? It heats my water up to 180 degrees. Is that too hot? Not by the time it hits my fucking grains, it's not. But yeah, I actually have 2 systems already, but I want another all electric thing. The Digibowl, I gotta check that out. $159, and all I gotta do is get another screen made by Brew Hardware, the guy Bobby up in New Jersey, like I have for this. Drop that in there. I got another brew bag. I got another pump. I got a 24-volt pump from Brow Supply, and I have the thing that a lot of you Mashing Bowl users are using. I still got the hot water heater solar pump that's rated for 150 degrees. It still works, but it's just about on its last leg because you exceed the 150 degree mark on them pumps, they tend to like want to take a shit on you. Oh, I got over 54 brews on the Mashing Bowl already. Over that. Over that. I remember doing a video saying this is my 50th brew, and I've done 4 to 5 brews since then. Yeah. And I've only ever had one E4 code on it. And that's because the hop sack I just threw in there, when I was just using a hop sack, threw it in there, it was bouncing around on the bottom. It must have hit the temperature probe or something like that. Got an E4. But a lot of things you Mashing Bowl users on the page don't do is that I keep mine up on an SS stainless rack, right? I did. Oh, the Robo Brew I was looking at with the integrated pump and all that, but you know what? I'd rather have an outside pump. You know what I mean? Everything's easy to get to. You know what I mean? A rack system, just like a stereo. Um, I have an MK2 pump for this. I have the Brow Supply pump that's 24 volt. That's rated for 212 degrees. Very good pump, by the way, and very quiet. And I still have the solar hot water heater pump. So, and I still got another brew bag. I just need another screen to put in the bottom to keep my bag up off the bottom. And I got this much space, not this much with the malt pipe, but this much space. 2.5 inches, my bag is up off the bottom. So I got a lot more room to recirculate and all that kind of stuff. I get better efficiencies without the malt pipe. Now, I tried the bag in the malt pipe, and it, you know what I mean, it's sucking through the bottom. And I mean, you should get a better efficiency. You really should. But I found that if I just stick the bag in there, I don't need the malt pipe. The only time I use the malt pipe is when I pull the bag and I hook it to the hook up top, spin the bag and I squeeze it. Then I'll put the malt pipe in there, stick the fucking brew bag inside of it, and then I sparge over top of that. And then all that shit goes down through the bottom. You know what I mean? Works pretty good for me. I keep about this much water on top of it, and I bring it up to level. I bring it up to 7 gallons, and I brew for 90 minutes. Take me down to 6. And then by the time it goes into the fermenter, I got like 5.5, 5 3/4. It's all about knowing your system, man, really. I knew what I was going to do with the Mashing Bowl when I got it. I knew I was going to do a brew in a bag system with it because I knew instead of approaching it from the brewing equipment, I was going to approach my brewing from the malt. I wanted to get as much out of my malt as I possibly could. You know what I mean? So I want it to mill finer, and I want it to mash longer. So I get all the sugars extracted. And do I need to do a mash out? Probably not. But I did skip the mash out one time, Jane. Didn't I come a point lower?
Something like that.
I did. So I do a 15-minute mash out. I mash for 90 minutes and I bowl for 90 minutes. And there it is. And I haven't heard anybody say I've made a bad beer. And quite a few people have sucked this down. Like these nuts.
You suck these nuts down? That just didn't sound right.
I said a lot of people have sucked these down. Like these
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah.
Durr, pay attention, nigger. Motherfucker shit. The proof is in the pudding. I do a lot of goofy shit. Probably a lot of things that I don't need to do, but it works for me. Do I have to do it? Probably not. But if it's working for me, I'm not going to change it because I'm afraid. You know what I mean? Why? Could you cut your time down brewing? Yeah, I probably could. And with Jay helping, I cut my brew day down 2 hours. You know what I mean? It saves me a lot of time on cleanup, and I got somebody else bird dogging the shit like I do. I never leave. When I'm brewing, the only time I leave the brew house is either to let the dog out or take a pee. That's it. The rest of the time I'm in here listening to music, drinking coffee, and watching the kettle. I don't know why. I know I don't have to, especially while it's mashing. But see, my thing is that you could pop a hose. Oh shit, I got wort all over the floor. When I'm bowling, something could happen. I could pull a coat or, you know what I mean? Something will burn up. I just got to be bird dogging it all the time. And it doesn't bother me because when I'm at, this is how I relax. I mean, you guys know I work construction and bang, bang, boom, boom all day long. If I'm out in the brew house, people leave me alone for 8 hours. Jay might, if Jay's brewing with me, he'll sit in here with me, drink coffee or whatnot. We'll just chill. It's nice, peaceful, it's quiet. You know, the only thing we can hear is the mash and bowl where we hear the pump running. And we might put the radio on when we start doing hop drops or we're bringing it up to bowl or something like that. You know, but that's how I get down. That's how I relax. So it doesn't matter to me if it takes 6 to 8 hours. It doesn't matter. I mean, even the cleanup's part of it. It doesn't bother me. You know, I'm not trying to cut my brew day down. That's how we roll. Do you think I get another one out of there, Jay? Should I go for 4? We're going for 4. We're going to see if I get one more out of this keg. I think it's going to spit this time. Are we taking bets? A lot of guys on Facebook group talk about low efficiency and temp variables. It kills me. I've never had either issue. And you know what? I paid attention to the directions when they got it, when I got it. So I got a thermometer. Don't you? I love it too. You know what I mean? I tell her a week ahead of time, baby, I'm going to brew this Saturday, and that's it. Neil, when I first got the mash and bowl, I paid attention to what it told me. It's like, don't pay attention, don't get over crazy about the temperatures on the digital readout. Your internal mash temperatures is what matters. They say get a thermometer. That's what that hole is for on the fucking lid. Get it in there. You know what I mean? Oh shit. There it went. I actually got one more beer. The amber ale is dead. Thank you, Jay. But I haven't turned into a pumpkin yet. No. And it's still looking pretty. That's the last beer out of there. That's the end of the amber ale. But here's the thing. Your temperature is going to fluctuate on your digital readout by 6 degrees. And it tells you right there in the directions when you get it. Okay? That's fine. Don't pay attention to that. You just got to find out where you need to set your temperature to hold the temperatures in your mash. Okay? If I'm looking to hold a 150 degree temperature in my mash, okay, I set that shit to 151. Maybe 149. Depends on the temperature in the brew house. Okay? Now, if temperature on top of that, what my thermometer tells me I am steady at 150. All of a sudden, that temperature down the bottom drops to 140, 145 and kicks on. I'm going to give it a stir until I get it up to about, let's say the digital readout might read 148. I'll stop stirring it. Put the pump back on, put the lid on, put the temperature probe back in there. Bam, good to go. How many times did I do that doing a 90-minute mash? Once, twice, maybe 3 times, maybe. But for the most part, the internal temperature is steady at 150, 149, 152 all the time, depending where I want to mash at. Usually I mash at 150 to 152, no more than that. If it drops to 149, I'm not scared. If it goes up to 152, I'm not scared. So between them two, I'm good. Yep. Mash temps. Now my mash out temp, I'll flip it over to 1600 watts. I'll heat it up to 166, and you might overshoot that, so I'll get to about 168, and I'll be between 164 and 168 where my mash out needs to be. I'll stir it. If the temperature on the bottoms, on the digital readouts getting above what my internal temperature is, I'll stir it. I'll bring it up. By that time, your mash is a whole lot thinner because the temperature is getting higher. You've already extracted all the sugars out of your grains, right? I'll get it up to 164, 165, and I'll stir that motherfucker, and then everything's even. Leave it go for 15 minutes. Bam! Time to drain the bag. Time to get ready for the bowl. Yep. People worry too much about the digital readout. That's not your shit. That's not what's going on, man. It's the temp probe. And like a lot of people say on the Mash and Bowl Users Group, you don't have to stir it as much as I do, because your internal mash temp is right. It's just that you don't want to overshoot that. That's the only time I stir it, is when I'm thinking I'm going to overshoot that temperature, when I'm like in the first 30 minutes of my mash. I don't have to worry about that so much after the first 45 minutes. After the first 45 minutes, your conversion is pretty much done. Okay? But you still don't want to overshoot your temperatures. That's just me. So, you know what I'm saying. You just got to know your system and know how it works. You got to think like it thinks. When it kicks on, and I know I still got another 15, 20 minutes left in the initial 30 minutes to 45 minutes, yeah, I'm gonna bird dog that temperature. I'm not gonna overshoot that temperature. Besides, I like dry beers. I always like to stay between 152 and 149. I don't go above that, unless that recipe calls for it, and it's my first time brewing that recipe. But I brew dry beers because as soon as you take a drink of this, it's like right now. Oh, I'm so sorry to see this go. You even stopped it before the yeast pounded up in there.
Like that?
Well, like that. Look at that. The last pull off the keg, and it's still crystal clear. Usually you suck all the nastiness up off of that. Golf clap to Silent J.
Good for something.
Yes, sir. Hey, you all right?
Not for much or something.
Oh, my goodness. The next recipe, especially if you,
Recirculate.
yeah, I constantly recirculate. He says, get it, oh shit, blues and brews. Get it in, you motherfuckers. There we go, we got some craziness. Yeah, I recirculate the whole time. Now, a lot of people I saw in the Mash Bowl group was like, you don't need to recirculate. Well, to each his own. I don't need to stir it every 20 minutes or Vorloff and dump back on top of it. You know what I mean? It's constantly flowing. I don't have to worry about that. To each his own. I mean, It's all on what you like to do. I mean, like I said, if you're brewing good beer, good for you. I just think I'm happy with the way I do things, and if somebody else thinks that my way turns out better beer and you get a better efficiency from a mash and bowl, then that's good too. But here's my thing. Efficiencies really do not matter on a 5 gallon batch or a 10 gallon batch. Just add another pound of fucking 2 row or another pound of Pilsner to it. You know what I mean? It, it's the cost for us is nothing. The only people that need to worry about efficiencies are big breweries. I mean, if it turns you on to do that's fine. If that's what you want to shoot for and it gives you a goal to accomplish, that's fine. I mean, I do, a little bit. But what's a pound of grain, man? $1.50? It doesn't matter. I mean, it's a nice goal to shoot for, but it's not something you should really worry about. As long as you're making good beer, it doesn't matter. Um, a lot of things that I see on the Mash and Bowl users group too is that they expect more out of this system. What this is a big fucking coffee urn. That's all it is. You know what I mean? It's still up to you to cook the beer. You're the chef. This doesn't do it by itself. This is not this is not one of them brewies. You know what I mean? You just dump it in, push a button, walk away from it, and then 8 hours later, you got a fucking beer. No, it's not that. This is a big fucking coffee urn. You still have to brew the beer yourself. You're still the cook. You're still the chef. And don't expect more than what it really is. You know what I mean? There's ways to get the most out of this. You know what I mean? But don't add too much to it. Extreme plumbing and shit. I seen one guy, he had stainless steel fittings flipping off of this into a plate chiller, into a pump and shit and stuff. Man, you don't need all that, man. I got a couple fucking hoses. That's it. Off of the mash. This is the only thing I fucking really did to modify the mashing bowl. You see that? I drilled another hole in it besides the hole for the thermometer. That's it. You know what I mean? Other than that, the mashing bowl is exactly what it is. I had a screen made for the bottom of it. That's it. If I take the screen out of it and take this off, the mashing bowl is exactly the way it was when I bought it. Seriously.
Apparently, I redeemed myself for mixing 2 beers.
What's that?
Neil said Jay's good amber pour makes up for mixing his coconut wheat and amber a couple weeks ago.
Yes, he is forgiven, Neil. He's forgiven.
Hey, I'm the only one that had to drink that shit.
I knew, right? But you was making faces the whole time, wasn't you? Yes, you was.
That was awful. Check this out, too.
Is that going on the door?
I don't know.
It's whatever you want. I mean, if you want it to go up on the wall of fame, put it up there.
I don't know.
Black Rifle Coffee, baby.
I don't know where it's going to go. See that on my car.
You put it on your car.
I got to represent it.
You got to represent. He's going to represent Black Rifle.
Up to the door.
Yeah, put it up on the door. Put it up on the fucking door, man.
I have to get another one.
Well, so hold on to that one and get another one.
I will.
It's what else? It's like the Robo Brew. I'm torn. The Robo Brew costs like $400. Has an internal pump. Also, only has a 1500-watt heating element, so it's not as good as the Mashable. Think about that. Can you use a bag inside of it? Now, Brian from Short Circuit Brewing said it's not a bad system, and I believe him. I believe him. But the Mashing Bull's got a 1600-watt element in it, right? And you throw a bag in it. Throw a bag up in it. Brewing the bag system. I bet you my efficiency is better than the fucking Robo Brew. It's true, man. I'm telling you. Just like the Digibull. I am looking at that for 159 bucks. I can up my game and I can start brewing 10-gallon batches electrically, right? And just have a screen made for that motherfucker. As long as I can hold temperatures in it, set it to mash out, set it to bowl. Why not get a digibowl, right? I just run another dedicated circuit over to the brew house and use the digibowl. Bam, bam, bam. I got it. Mm-hmm. See, it's not about spending money. I mean, it is, but it isn't. You know what costs a lot of money? I found out it's the fucking fittings and all the frilly foo-foos that go with brewing, like your quick disconnects, your fucking hoses by foot. Oh my god, the screen, your all your SS frilly foo-foo shit. You know, like hop spiders and shit. You know what I mean? Pumps when you work your way up to it. I mean, can you brew for cheap? Fuck yeah, you can brew for cheap. You really can. And I did that. Christ, my first solar pump was only like 20 bucks. My 24-volt pump was 40 bucks. It took 2 weeks to get here from Canada, but the K King pump, what is $59 with free shipping? Caught it on sale. Yep. Man, I got a pee. You got to talk to these people. I'm thinking ESB after Pale Dorado, English special bitter. I've never had a bitter, Neil. So that's the next thing we got to check out. I I don't think we've ever seen a ESB here.
Uh-uh.
Nope, not my neighborhood. Yes, it works very well. I mean, I give it a stir every now and again. I believe this is 400 micron. This is a 400 micron. Yeah, I've never had a problem with it. I've had leaf hops in this motherfucker too, which I'm a big fan of. Leaf hops is, yeah, I like leaf hops. It's got a better flavor, I think. We used the leaf hops on what brew was that? I forget.
I don't even remember.
Man, that was a while back.
Shit, I don't remember.
I don't remember neither. Remember we threw a bag of leaf hops in there?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yep, and with some pellet hops too. I mean, when you're draining it and everything like that, I put a strainer on top of it and I put the hop spider on top of it and I let it drain. You give it a little stir and a little shake, 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 and then you dump the hops out. Well, that's the only pain in the ass. And you got to watch out washing this thing too, man. When you stick your hand down in here, you cut your ass on this shit. I've had scratches all over me. He said the ESB is not bitter, it's kind of sweet. Well, we got to check it out. Dan says we got to check that shit out. All right, now we're going to research ESBs. It's a dark beer, Jay. Right? Am I correct in my assumption? It's a dark beer. He's going to he likes dark beers. He'll probably want to fucking add coffee to it.
We could do that.
He said we could do that. Fucking right. Fuck it. We're going to add coffee to a light beer. Fuck it. Why not? We're going to have to venture into mead sooner or later.
No,
You don't like that honey wine?
never tried it, never want to.
Oh man, no, it's good as shit. It really is.
Just wine.
But it's good. Oh no, it'll fuck you up. What do you say? What did Neil just say?
It was actually, or Dan said, kind of sweet. Neil said, Green Man from Asheville has a great ESB.
We got to find one here in Maryland somewhere, because we got a couple stores here that carry a good Ben's. Ben's has got that shit.
Yeah.
Yep, Ben likes craft beer. He does. He's got stouts and shit and stuff flipping everywhere. I gotta go shake the dew off the lily. motherfucker. That was a lot of beer.
Yeah.
Man, fuck, that heater's got it up to 64 degrees in here instead of 60. I don't care for meads or ciders. The wife loves meads. My only thing with meads is, Neil, is that, you know, it takes 6 months to a year to stick your face in one of them. Me personally, I'm not a wine drinker because wine is like drinking like sour mash. The headache the next day is just excruciating. I would just like, he says, Texas lagging bad. Um, I'd rather stick a red hot poker up my ass than have that kind of hangover. Honestly. Shave my head with a cheese grater or chew on some tinfoil. I mean, it's just awful. He says Texas lagging.
Yeah, it's
Oh. Mm. But the wife likes mead. I just got to get another dedicated fermenter for something like that. And you know, the mead recipe I got would take 15 pounds of honey for 5 gallons. Good honey. Oh my goodness. You're talking anywhere from, what's that, 10 to $11, maybe even as much as $15 a pound. 15 pounds of honey for 5 gallons. That's a lot of bottles of mead. Could I do something smaller? Yeah, I probably could. ESBs are dark amber. Kind of like the color of my alt beer. Yep. A dark, almost like a ruby kind of thing, right? Or mahogany. That's it. Mahogany. Mahogany? A poopy. Color of poopy.
Okay.
I don't know. Never had one. We're gonna have to fucking find one. Who the fuck you texting, man?
Anybody. Hey, bro.
You fucking talking shit to me,
Hey,
man.
fuck yeah.
Fuck with me. Oh, it's so good. Ah. What's that? I hate a headache. Oh, you kidding me? Hey, now tell the truth. Do you get hangovers off of your home, bro? Now I've had moments where I've woken up the next day and it felt like the cat shit in my mouth. I couldn't get enough to drink the next day. You know, like I couldn't fill my ass full of enough coffee or enough orange juice or enough water. But I've never had a bad stomach or a serious headache from homebrew, ever. I never really got bad hangovers from beer anyway. It's always been liquor. Liquor fucks me
I
up.
feel pretty awful off of fucking.
Have you?
Yeah.
Jay said he's felt it. But no, I've never really got a bad hangover off a homebrew. I felt a little like, man, I ain't doing shit today. Fuck it. But never really had a bad case of the man flu. No.
What they call it?
Like that's what I'm calling it.
I call it just being hungover.
I'm just like an alt beer, but very similar to ESB's. I would love my man. I gotta forward you the alt beer recipe, and feel free to forward my KV3 recipe. You know, but make sure you tell them you spalt and all that bullshit. I gotta open up my book to tell you what it really is. And Neil, I don't feel like it right now. I don't know. Let me take a little look. I'm gonna take a little look because it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to change. I got a new brew log ready to go. This one's almost full. 3 years worth of bullshit in here from day one since I started. And I'm not kidding. I was always told, you know, from the beginning, always take notes on what you do. That way you can work your way up in your consistency. Or find out what you did wrong and change it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my Kolsch. There's the first one. Yeah. Crystal Technang, blah, 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 blah. Where's my KV2? Where's my KV3? I'm gonna throw the KV3 out there. So you're so the guy on Mash and Bull, if he wants it, he can look it up. KV2. Where's my KV3 at, man? So many fucking recipes. Amber Ale. Alt beer. You want the alt beer recipe? I'm gonna throw it out there. My alt beer recipe. All right, it's 8 pounds of German Pilsner, 2 pounds of German Munich, 1 pound of dark German Munich, 6 ounces of Cara Munich Type 3, 3 ounces of Carafa Special 2. Okay. 2 ounces of Hallertau Mittelfrüh at 60 minutes, 1 ounce at 15 minutes, and 1 ounce of Flame Out. Okay. I mashed at 150 for 90 minutes. I mashed out at 168 for 15 minutes. And, of course, I bowled for 90 minutes. Okay? And I used Werflock and yeast nutrient within the last 15 minutes of the boil. I drop my Werflock in at 12 minutes, and I drop my yeast nutrient in anywhere between 9 and 10 minutes. You have to, man. You got to keep notes, Neil. All right, my KV2. My KV3. Where's my KV3? Munich Lager, KV2. Like Pepperfest. Pepperfest wasn't all that good, was it? I didn't like it much. Pepperfest. We didn't get no pepper out of it.
It's still good.
It wasn't bad. Like it. KV3. 10 3/4 pounds of Pilsner, preferably Weyermann. All right. 8 ounces of Carapils, 6 ounces of Crystal 10. Your yeast is going to be K97, and your hop schedule is going to be 2 ounces of Spalt at 60 minutes, 1 ounce of Hallertau at 30 minutes. That's it. But I like to throw an ounce of Saz in the last 5 minutes. Okay, that's not in this recipe right here. Throw an ounce of Saz in the last 5 minutes of the bowl. All right. You're going to mash for 90 minutes at 150. You're going to mash out for 15 minutes at 168. You're going to bowl for 90 minutes if you got a mashing bowl. My OG wound up at being 1060. I finished out at 1010. My ABV was 6.5. And that's always stayed consistent with my KV3. Always. Yep. KV3 V1. Here it is. 2 ounces of Spalt. Where the fuck did that go? 2 ounces of Spalt. And that was the best one, too. Oh, this is the one. Scratch that hop schedule. Hop schedule, KV3 V1, okay? 2 ounces of Spalt, 1 ounce of Saz at 30 minutes, 1 ounce of Saz at 5 minutes. That is the shit. That's the hop schedule you want to do with the KV3. Sorry. Apologize. But that's what you want. 2 ounces of Spalt at 60, 1 ounce of Saz at 30, 1 ounce of Saz at 5. It's fucking perfect. It's perfect. Everything else that I told you with the KV3, spot on. but that's the hop schedule you want to use. Newburger's got a black beer too. Well, that was okay, I guess. That's when we used up all that Vienna malt, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pepper Porter, the Snowstorm. These are all recent here. And then the Amber Ale we're drinking now. Coconut Pineapple Wheat, which next time we're going to omit the coconut. We're going to do pineapple in El Dorado. That shit works well. Did you hit the numbers? That's because you're using the same system that I got, Neil, really. That's fucking awesome.
Rico Brew, Mortal Brew Houses. What you think of the Brewzilla?
You're talking about what the one that the 65 liter that Brian was showing off? It's pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty nice. I just don't like the integrated pump because that just tells me I got to take something apart to clean it. I mean, with my pump, it's right here. I mean, I could just bring it over here to a bucket of Star Sand that I got a little spigot on, run the pump through it into my hop spider and all that, and get all the bullshit out of it. Same thing with my plate chiller. Does what taste hoppy? What, my KV3? No, man, it's fucking the KV3 is absolutely balanced. I mean, it's like if you lagered it for a week or two, that would taste like a fucking pilsner. Personally, I think it's better than a pilsner. I'd rather drink it than what's that fucking pilsner Urquell. Seriously, that's my go-to beer. It's one of my favorites. I think it's very well balanced. You got to be careful with using Saaz. If you use Saaz for bittering hops, you never want to go past 2 ounces as a bittering hops. But 1 ounce as flavoring and 1 ounce as aroma, you're spot on. I'm telling you. Especially with this grain bill. Seriously, you couldn't get more perfect. Yeah, the Hallertau works well together. It really does, Neil. But I'm telling you, the 2 ounces of Spalt, Saaz, and Saaz is the shit, man. You got to do it. What?
Blues and Brews. I took a 180 turn on brewing. I'm all about mastering my house pilsner. That's all I brew these days.
Hey, man. Look, it took me a hot minute to get my Oktoberfest right. I got it exactly to where I wanted. It's nice caramelly, malty. I mean, it's malt forward. It's a great beer. No, I'm telling you, Neil, you won't regret it. It really them hops shine together so well, and it makes it. I'm telling you, it's the best pilsner, the best Kolsch you're ever gonna fucking drink. I'm telling you. At least from my point of view, I like it. I like it. But to get back on the subject again, if it took me 6 months to a year to get my Oktoberfest right, and once I did that. I looked up online and seen when somebody did for a Dusseldorf alt beer straight from Germany, and it took me a hot minute to get that right to where I wanted it. So I got that, the Oktoberfest that I can call truly my own, the Kolsch I can call truly my own, the alt beer I can call truly my own, but all together on a German guideline, really. I mean, I wanted to brew authentic German beers, and I got 3 of them that I can call my own. 3 of them, like the Germans would do. 1, 2, 3. I got 3 of them. Everything else, I pretty much built up off a base, but them 3 I can call my own. You know, I've never done a fucking double wheat. I really haven't. Would I like to? Yeah, I like wheat beers. What I really want to do is I want to do this sour, don't we? We want to do what Dogfish has done with the Sea Quench Ale. Oh man, you know, I don't know why the Germans think that an Oktoberfest is just for just like seasonal. I understand the history of it. You know what I mean? It's like harvest time. They've been waiting. They had it lagered in caves, and they're just waiting till harvest time to celebrate. I get it, but a good Oktoberfest is good for any time. It really is. It's a nice, sweet, malty. It's a great beer. It really is. It's one of my favorites. I've always enjoyed an Oktoberfest. Always. But when I started researching German beers, because I got this thing, maybe it's because I'm like a German American. One of my favorites is an alt beer, even in the summertime. I mean, I got pictures on my Facebook where I'm sitting in the pool in 90-degree heat, drinking me a nice dark ass alt beer. Man, I think and it's the Dusseldorf alt beer, not the real sweet northern, northern Germany alt beer, but the nice dark and roasty kind of alt beer. You know what I mean? In the summertime, that shit's good. And like I said, I brew all my beers kind of dry.
Let's see.
Yes, if your pH level is in between 5.6 and 5.2, you're right there. You never want to be higher than honestly 5.4, but 5.6 you can get away with. 5.6 to 5.2, that is the sweet spot. If you're right there, you're good to go. You really are.
And then wants to do a box.
A Bach beer, my wife's grandmother, she says my German alt beer, she says, "Ooh, that tastes like a Bach beer." Well, my German, all my beers are 6%, 6.5%. I try to keep them right there. So I guess, yeah, you can call them a Bach beer.
And Neil has a good Marzen.
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
Oh, so you wrote down one?
Yeah.
All right, just make sure.
No, I love brewing German beers. I really do. That's my comfort zone right there. And I forget, somebody on BrewTube Official turned me onto a recipe and I brewed it and I was like, I nailed it and it's like got me out of my comfort zone. So I started exploring other things, especially with the stouts and the porters and that kind of thing. Maybe that's what it was. Brewed the first stout, got me out of my comfort zone. Or what was it?
Oh, wow.
I forget what it was.
We could more to brew house just give up on construction, man.
I know, right? 9 more years, brother. That's what pays the bills. This is just a hobby. I'm not making money off of this. Scholl's Brow Brewery in Knoxville last weekend. Your Kolsch and my Marzen. What?
Your Kolsch and my Marzen are just as good, if not better.
Oh, man. You know what? I got goosebumps hearing that. I do. I got goosebumps hearing that. I love to hear that shit. I really do. That I've been told just by reading my recipes that they're a sound recipe. But to hear somebody say that, to somebody that tasted that, that's fucking awesome, man. That makes me feel great. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Don't it?
You give a little bit of a chub.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's awesome. You know what? I haven't brewed many wheat beers, and I can honestly tell you I've brewed 3 wheat beers in 3 years. I think. Yeah, 3 wheat beers in 3 years. I don't think I've nailed them down quite yet. I'm not happy with what I brewed. A collaboration? Yeah, we could talk about it. Yeah. We could talk about it, see if we can come up with something and bounce it off a couple people's heads and see if they think it's a sound recipe and then throw it in water and see what happens. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I'm not afraid. That's why I throw my recipes out there, good or bad, man. See what people think. Now, with the Kolsch, I threw 3 different recipes out there. Everybody thought the KV2 was something, man, but the KV3 is honestly better. It really is. Don't Dunkels have the raisins and figs in it? Oh my God, that sounds good. That sounds like a stout, though. No, I have not. I've never had a need to. You know what I mean? Like to use RO water, reverse osmosis water. No, I've never had a need to because I got really good water here. I really do, and I've done research on that. You know, have I delved into brewing chemistry and stuff like that? No, because I've never needed to. And as long as I'm making good beer and it tastes good, I don't think I have to. Not unless they do something drastic to the water here in Baltimore, Maryland. Honestly, no. I mean, I got it like that. Some people, they got to do that because, there's stuff in their water they have to. Run it through a charcoal filter. 1 gallon every minute, 30 seconds to a gallon, maybe 2 minutes to a gallon, and get all the nasties out of it. And then, I don't know, you have to get a pH meter and see what the fuck it reads. Or taste your water. All you got to do is taste it. Sweet water is good water. We got good sweet water here. And I guarantee you, Neil's got sweet water in Tennessee. No doubt about it. He's got a little too much lime in it from what he just said. But honestly, we got good water here. We really do. I mean, it's good for lighter style beers and all that. And you can get away with the ambers and especially the dark beers. I think the pH should be a little higher for the dark beers, but we get away with the dark beers here. Wheat beers, you just got to add a little acidic malt to it, or you throw some lactic acid in it and get the pH down to like maybe, I don't know, 5.0, maybe 4.9, something like that. What, you had an old timer once tell him what?
Wait a minute, let me get back on here. He had an old time tell me once, if it makes good coffee, it'll make good beer.
That's fucking true. That is very true. And me and Jay like to drink good coffees, and we ain't had no bad coffee yet, have we?
Never coffee's good coffee.
I don't know. You ever drink a McDonald's coffee?
It's actually not that bad anymore.
I don't know, man. That shit was fucked up back in the day, man. Now they got all this cafe fucking McDonald's
I don't
bullshit.
even drink. I just get black coffee from 'em. It's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can fucking drink a McDonald's coffee.
man. That shit used to taste like a burnt inner tube. I'm not kidding you. That shit was awful.
And Dan said, "Put your glasses on, Curry."
I should, man. Really. I mean, oh my god. Who's that ugly fucker? Hotel room Keurig coffee. I tell you what, Resorts has got some shitty water because I guess they run it through a recycler in New Jersey. They got some awful fucking water. You know what I mean? And run it. We get a free room up in New Jersey, and me and Dawn, we got to have a coffee in the morning, and God forbid we got to use that. We take bottled water up there just to dump it in the coffee maker to make that fucking coffee because their water sucks balls. I mean, like, it's like drinking buttermilk through a goat's ass. It's fucking awful. Did I say that? Ew. You ever drink buttermilk? Ew. Nah, it's pretty awful. But I agree. Hotel room Keurig coffee. It's funny you said that. Got my glasses on.
Damn, who has a hotel room with a curry in it?
Well, it's not necessarily a Keurig. It's like what I got in the house because we burnt our Keurig up. But like what we got in the house, you dump water in it and you put a.
I never been in a hotel room with that. They usually get the lame ass little coffee pot with the fucking little disc fucking coffee grind things you throw in there.
Well, we get the little sachets like this, and you dump water in the back of it. But it's like the thing we got in the kitchen right here. But the water is for shit. It's fucking truly awful.
Everyone I've been in always had that little lame ass coffee.
You ain't
pot.
never been to Resorts Casino, motherfucker.
I've been to some fucking shitty hotels, so.
I know you have. Now you gotta go high dollar with me and Dawn. You and Amanda's gotta come up to Resorts up in Atlantic City. You Amanda and Carly, we can play on the boardwalk and all that, man. It's fucking it's nice. It really is. and we get a free hotel room for 2 days
That's
every
nice.
time we go.
That's nice.
Tickets to shows, all that shit.
I'll be alright. I don't need to go to fucking Atlanta.
Jay, they have craft beer festivals in New Jersey you would not fucking believe.
So,
It's fucking awesome.
I guess.
They got nah.
I'd rather go up the mountains for a weekend. Shoot guns
Where's
and
where's
drink beer.
Blues New? Where's he's up? I think Blues and Brews. He's like Midwest. Uh, Me and him's been friends for a while. He's changed his name once, but I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're Midwest, or don't tell me you're from Jersey. I know, right? We have them here in Patterson Park too, but I've never been to one. Long Island, New York. There it is. But he was from Munda. I guess that's Australia.
Yeah.
You left the beauty of Australia to go to fucking New York? Really? You might as well come to Baltimore and fuck yourself up totally. How do you like New York? I drove through New York once. I did. That's the only time I've ever been to New York. He said no, man, for Monday as in cheese. That's sick, man. Uh, no, I've never ever done a competition. Honestly, to be perfectly honest with all yous, would I like to do that? And would I like to hear what a judge has to say about my beer?
Doesn't care.
It's. I guess. I mean, I would like to know where I stand, but have I ever done a competition? No. Am I afraid to do a competition? Kind of, sorta. You know, it's like anybody who cooks this, that, and then and everything else. I'm pretty happy with it. The family's happy with it. My friends are happy with it. I don't need any more validation than what I'm getting. Would I like it? Yeah, I probably would, but I probably wouldn't like the feedback. It probably hurt my feelings. I'm kind of scared. Um, but opinions vary. It doesn't really matter, I guess. You know, if I like it and the people around me like it, it really doesn't matter what somebody who's trained to be a beer expert thinks. It really doesn't matter to me. A gold ribbon hanging in my fucking brew shack would be nice as shit, and it'd be serious bragging rights right there, but does it really matter? Let's face it, fellas. No, it really don't. It doesn't. I know, right? Shit. I'd be like, and then you got to worry about when you mail the beer in, did it make it there? Did the heat, the cold affect it? Was it carbonated enough in the fucking bottle? I mean, that's stress enough at work. I don't need to stress about a fucking package that I'm mailing off, you know, FedEx or whatever. Did it make it there? Did the bottles bust? Did it hold carbonation? Did I carbon enough? I don't need all that. And then they're going to tell me, you know what, your beer fucking sucks. And I'll be like, hey, fuck you, we like it. Doesn't matter what you think. And I spent that money for nothing. Right. I agree. Looks good, right? Tastes fucking good. I'm not necessarily in a homebrew club, but I consider the club that I'm in, BrewTube Official, Beer Brewers, all that. I'm in clubs on the internet, but other than that, no. And where I'm at, there's no homebrew clubs. Nobody does what me and Silent J are doing. You know what I mean? Maybe up in town somewhere, there might be a group of 4 or 5. I mean, as far as I know, there's nobody around me doing this kind of stuff.
Would this be considered a club?
This is the club. Me and 2 people, me and Jay, this is the club.
Yeah, I mean, you and everybody on YouTube.
Well, yeah, let's think about this. Fellas, wouldn't you consider this a club? We meet every Friday and we talk shit.
I would think so.
The closest one to me, Neil, is about, what, 25, 30 minutes up the road? The closest local homebrew?
Annapolis?
Annapolis
I think
and
it's there in the past.
and the Penth, yeah. They're about, both of them are about 20 to 30 minutes away from me. Yeah, this is a club. We meet every Friday. We got the same 10, 12 people. We hang out, we talk shit.
Dan says, yeah, but we're the cool club.
You're fucking right.
Hell yeah.
That's right. We can cuss, we can drink, we can smoke, we can do what we want to do. The wives ain't bitching at us. Hell yeah, man, we're having a great time. We're not doing anything stupid neither. Within reason. I don't know, more or less. Yeah, Friday night fuckheads. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Cheers. I'll drink to that. Hey, get it in you. I mean, we can all act the fool and be ourselves. Cheers. I agree. And for the people that don't know, you guys need to tell them. I mean, me and Jay's been pretty consistent, right? For the what, last 4 weeks now?
Something like that.
Yeah, last 4. Oh, gotta let the doggy out. I gotta let the doggy out. Oh, my ass is cooking on that seat. Roxy wants to check us out. Roxy's in the brew house.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Jump on me.
my big 85-pound puppy. Come here. Come here. Come on up here. Can you see Roxy? There she is. My big girl. Oh, shit. Can I have kisses? Oh, my big girl. She will be 3 years old. My big girl. You okay now? You gotta go pee-pee? Got poopy? Or you just want to come see what we're doing? You big doofus. That's a big dog. You know, she sleeps in between me and Mommy every night. That's where she has to be. Oh man, they're the best. They're the best. Roxy is a Staffy Pitty mix. She's more stout than a Staffy, with a big giant head like this. And she's like our kid. She's spoiled rotten. She really is. Wherever me and Mommy go, there she is. Oh, uh-oh. Where'd she go? Roxanne? Come on, you go back to see Mommy? Oh my goodness. Man, you're still watching me, and there must be a serious lag time.
Yeah.
Oh,
There it is.
there we go. What am I missing? Most loving dog I ever had. Yeah, me too. Seriously, Neil. We had a child. She lived to be 21 years old, and I never thought I'd have another dog like that. Nor have I. But Roxy is seriously taking the place of Cleo. I mean, she was, me and that dog, we used to have a conversation every morning while I was having coffee before I went to work. We would talk. Roxy, she just tells me what she wants. It's more or less an argument with that dog. But she's a good girl. She is. That was a birthday present from my daughter to my wife. And man, does she love my wife. So much so that I can't. Working on it at Dan Barrett. Hopefully the next couple of weeks. What was that about?
He says we need to get your computer so we can get FaceTime shit, maybe more people to talk.
Fucking right. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Jay said he's going to make that happen. He's my technical editor thing. Fucking
Just touch
yeah.
support.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. If I kiss my wife, she'll come up in between us, lick me, lick her, keep me away from her. Every fucking night. We gotta run away to Atlantic City and leave Roxy with a babysitter. Yep.
Man,
Huh?
man, Duke.
What's that?
The babysitter's man, Duke.
Yeah. Or
Kate.
Kate. I haven't seen her. What's up with her?
She was here tonight.
Is she here tonight?
She was.
She didn't stay long? She had to get babysit time? I said that live on air.
Yeah. What the hell? Competition tomorrow, so they're,
Oh, okay, yeah. She couldn't hang because Amanda's got to get some rusty
I'll be leaving
rest.
soon too.
Huh?
I'll be leaving soon too.
I know it's getting late, man. We're up to 173 fucking minutes. We were all supposed to stay on an hour. What happened with that?
I don't want to get all fucked up and hungover, and then you got moms and kids screaming at the tops of their lungs. Like,
We're not even close to fucked up yet.
I know, but still.
What? You only had 12 Sam Adams in here, and I haven't drank near one of them yet. You drank 6 of them. Whoa. Jay's working on it. Hey, working on it.
It's about time you did something.
Huh?
Dan said it's about time he did something.
What, get fucked up?
I don't know who.
It must be you.
What he's talking about.
Pay attention, motherfucker. You read the bubbles.
Yeah, but
What?
there's nothing pertaining to
Yeah,
what
you're
they
right.
did.
It's
I don't
about
know.
time Jay did something, and he's doing it. He said, get it in you.
Yeah,
Blues and Brews said, get it in you.
I've seen that.
All right. Cheers. Oh, that glass makes a nice fucking ringing sound.
Your
Holy
fucking
shit.
Strawberry daiquiri glass.
Jay said this is a strawberry daiquiri glass. Now, is this not a sexy glass? This is a sexy dollar store glass right here. Cheers. Oh.
Seems like it should be like a gigantic umbrella coming out of it or something.
Hey, for the pineapple El Dorado, maybe.
I'm gonna say gotta get up early for the daughter's cheer competition. See you next week,
Who's that?
Neil.
Neil, good night. Thank you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure, my man. We got to do the same thing. I think we're going to cut it off within the next 20, 25 minutes. We're done. I think we should bid farewell and do right now, right? It's up to you.
We still got people.
We still got people watching.
Yeah, hang on.
He says good night and cheers, Blues and Brews. Because this is going down. Here goes the last bit of the amber ale. He says, later, dude. We're done.
Yeah,
We're done. We're done.
Still got some people on over now.
What, you want to sit here and just burn up time? What do you want
That's
to
up
do?
to you.
Oh no, I think we all drunk. It's all good. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like I like people, and the world's starting to look a little bit better to me right now. Besides that, this is what did I get? 4 out of that fucking keg? I got 4 out of that keg. Oh my God. 6.9%, 4. How about that? Is she gone? She gone. Whoo, nigga, please. Yeah, fellas, you know what? It's 11:30 here. Me and Jay's going to call it a night. We are glad you stopped by tonight. Happy fucking Friday, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Doing whatever you're doing, brewing whatever you're brewing, drinking whatever you're drinking. Remember, get it in ya.